All right, everybody. We're a little bit delayed there. We were talking to the home team here and making sure everything's all good and ready to go. So this is Kyle Shaw and Zach Schrapp on the broadcast. Big thanks to Danny Davis and Sportscast Media for all they do, bringing this to you for the second straight year and allowing me to do this. Sorry, I just had to run up 2 flights of stairs to get up here. Big thanks to AD Bojack, Principal Mark Tegler, and Superintendent Brad Hohen, see at HLV, for allowing us to do this even at home games and away games. Here at Meskwaki, AD Stedman Brown, and then big thanks to all those guys. Like I said, this is Kyle Shaw and Zach Schrapp on the broadcast of the Warrior Cast here in Meskwaki for HLV TC and Meskwaki Settlement Football. Both teams are the Warriors, so we got to be careful on that. Right now, the Meskwaki's in their home red, and HLV TC's in their away white. Hold on, Danny said something. All right. Let's turn this up 2 notches. All right. HLV is coached by Eddie Henning in his first year as head coach for the HLV TC Warriors, replacing longtime coach Kevin Smith. And then he's assisted by Cody Fromm and Zach Sampson. We don't have any previous stats or any roster on Meskwaki, so we're just kind of flying by ear. It looks like here the head coach is Andre Roberts, assisted by Darren Durhammer, Deshaun Powashik, and Stacy Youngbear. They only have 14 kids out, so we'll run through their starting lineup here in a little bit. HLV TC's returning stat leaders are, Zach Schrapp's going to go ahead and go through these real quick.
So, returning stat leaders for HLVTC this year, we're going to have Kale Weiskopf leading the way in rushing yards, returning. We got Keegan Gorsh leading the way in passing yards, also returning. Keegan Gorsh is going to be his senior year. Kale Weiskopf's got another year yet to go. She's being a junior. We also got Briar Jack coming back. And Sean McCullough coming back on the way of leading the receiving yards.
So, like I said, we have no stats on the Warriors from Meskwaki. I talked before the game with Eddie Henning, and he said that they're going to change it up a little bit in this game. Just by looking at film, they're going to try to go to more air raid, so we should see a lot of passing, hot and heavy early on. I'm sure he'll mix in that running game like the traditional HLV does. But for now, they're going to spread people out and try to pass the ball on them.
And I'll tell you what, just watching the warm-ups out there, they did look pretty good going through the warm-ups and going through their sets. I think passing the ball early on might work out for them.
And then on defense, it looks like Eddie said that their base defense is going to be like last year. They're going to start in a 3-3 with 3 down linemen, and that would be Easton Crum, Sawyer Meyer, and who was the other one? Garrett Reed was the other defensive lineman. And then your linebackers would be Sean McCullough, Tristan Perkle, and K.L. Weiskopf. And then on the secondary side of things, you have Briar Jack and Boston Rorta. So a lot of same names you heard last year. I think we said last year we were only going to graduate 3 or 4. I know there was Devin, Hunter, Levi, maybe one more, one of the Smith boys. So really we didn't lose a lot from last year, so hopefully we can return with what we build off of what we had last year, because we started moving the ball and stuff last year.
Yeah, the offense really came around towards the end of the year last year. We were starting to see a lot more success in the run game and a little bit more in the pass game down the stretch.
Yeah, I think, what did it say? Keegan had like 1,400 passing yards. I think he had 20 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, so that's pretty good in your junior year, and he was out the first 2 games, I think.
Yep.
I remember Briar had to come in at Belle Plaine, or the second game against Belle Plaine, so all in all, I think we'll be all right with Keegan Gorsh throwing the ball around to these athletes on the outside. I think we might be getting ready to go for the national anthem. So HLV's all lined up on the one side. So we will take a break here, and we'll be right back to you.
HLV Warriors. The Meskwaki Warriors run the toss. They defer to the second half, and HLV will be receiving. in our starting lineups.
So, national anthem was a pretty good national anthem for the first time of the year. Sorry for the Kinks here, the first game of the year. We knew we were going to run into them, but I was a little late getting down to the field because we didn't know how to get in the press box at first, and we had to climb 3 flights of stairs to get clear to the top up here. So we got a good view, just we don't have a very good window to look out here tonight, but it's a beautiful night, beautiful Friday night for the first night of football here.
Yep, beautiful Friday night. It's going to be a great night for football, and I'll tell you, if that doesn't get you pumped up and ready to go for a great game, then I don't know what will.
So, and then on offense for the HLV TC Warriors, we're going to have quarterback Keegan Gorsh, running back Tristan Perkel, running back Kale Weiskopf, 2 wide receivers with Boston Rorda and Sean McCullough. And our offensive line will go Easton Crum, Garrett Reed, Sawyer Meyer. And it looks like we're going to pretty much play in everybody's playing both ways. Same guys that are starting on offense are starting on defense, except for the exception of Keegan Gorsh. It looks like Briar Jack will take his place on defense as the cornerback. So I was talking to a parent yesterday, and they said the first practice for Meskwaki they only had 4 players. So nice to see that they were able to field a team. We did lose one game at the end of the year. Lone Tree, I think they only had 11 kids out, so they just dropped their program, unfortunately. You never want to see that in a small schools like this, especially when you're on an 8-man.
No, you hate to see that, yeah, especially 8-man, like you said, because you got to travel so far to get in games anyway. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad they were able to field a team, and I'll tell you what, they might have some ringers out there, because a couple of those kids, they look pretty big, don't they?
They're a lot bigger than anybody we got on the other side. So that's why I think Eddie said he was looking at film, and that's why he wants to spread it out and really get our athletes going, because there's some big boys on the Meskwaki team.
Yep, I think spreading it out is probably going to be the best bet for our offense. I think running the ball against this team might be a tough bet. Like I said, there are some big boys out there.
I mean, and you never can tell by the big boys. They might be slow, they might be athletic. You really don't know until you see them. I think last year we played against that Waco team, that defensive tackle. He was a big boy, and he was super athletic. And then we played against another team. I don't remember who it was, but they had a defensive lineman that was stellar athlete as well. So, I mean, hopefully for our sakes, we can kind of do what we want tonight and run the ball, pass the ball, do it all. So we'll see with this opening kickoff. Meskwaki did win the toss. They elected to defer, and HLP elected to receive off of that. So I can't see numbers from clear up here. It looks like 45 maybe is kicking off for the Meskwaki Warriors, and that's Emery Roberts. Yep, 45. We got Kale Weiskopf and Sean McCullough back to return. Kicks it deep. It's going to be to Sean McCullough. Returns it right at the goal line. He's going to try to make 2 guys miss. He does. He's up to the 20, 25, makes it. Emery Roberts pushes him out of bounds at the 20 or 30-yard line, they're going to say.
Kicker got him out of bounds right around the 29, 30-yard line. It's a good start, good return to start the season.
Yeah, I think it was a return right to the HLV TC sideline, and he saw there was 2 guys coming, so he just made a little juke left and got by those 2 guys, and then got pushed out by Emery Roberts, who I think is probably one of their better athletes because he also plays running back for them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so he's going to be a busy guy tonight.
Yeah. Well, when you only have 14 guys, you got to
put
most
of
guys
them
wherever.
Be busy, yep.
Yeah. We have quite a few guys out compared to last year. We're probably about right at the same, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like we got about 21 out total. So.
Yeah, we're in a T with Keegan Gorsh, Kale Weiskopf on the left, and Tristan Perkel on the right. Hand off to Kale Weiskopf first play. Right up the gut. He's gone for 10, 12. Cut out to the outside, and he's going to run for a touchdown.
He's out of there. Touchdown.
That's
Beautiful.
Good start to the year for the HLV TC Warriors. 1 play, 1 touchdown, no flag on the play. Good deal.
50-yard carry to start the game on first play from scrimmage. You can't complain about that.
No, not at all. And he was just real patient in there. Did you see that? He got in that hole, and he kind of just looked around and figured out where he needed to go, and then boom, exploded out to the outside, and he was gone for a touchdown. It's hard to yell touchdown Warriors when we're both Warriors. So I'm gonna have to figure out tonight yelling touchdown HLV TC or touchdown Meskwaki. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough call when both teams are the Warriors. So
we're lining up for 2 here. Same T set. You got Kale Weiskopf, Keegan Gorsh, and Tristan Perkel in the backfield. And Keegan Gorsh is going to take it himself, and he's going to walk in for 2. So good start. The first 19 seconds of the 2025 year results in a touchdown for the HLV TC Warriors.
Touchdown and the 2-point conversion. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that off the start.
That makes a first-year head coach, Eddie Henning, makes him smile a little bit.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's probably ear to ear down there.
Gets a little of the jitters out of there a little bit. I mean, there's still probably a little jitters. He's been doing an assistant coach. I think he's been defensive coordinator and maybe some offensive line coach the last few years. But stepping in his first game as a head coach, I mean, there's got to be jitters. I know when I went from junior high boys basketball to varsity girls basketball, that first game, I was just shaking the whole time. I was just nervous.
Yeah, definitely jitters for a first-time coach out there, but I'm glad to see things going our way early.
Sponsors, we didn't forget about you. We'll get to you. We'll get you ran through here very shortly.
We just had hot action right away. We had to get on that.
HLV lined up to kick off.
It was like Sean McCullough is probably going to kick off. I think last year we had Sean McCullough and Landon Anker both did some kicking for us, so looks like they're going to settle on Sean at least for the first game, the first kickoff. You got Briar Jack out here, Garrett Reed. Landon Anker was out here on the kickoff coverage. Number 20, it looks like it's Axon Sandvik, freshman. 22, Tristan Perkle. And 24, there's Chase Harriman. Nope, that ain't Chase Harriman. Yeah, it is Chase Harriman. Trying to make a play right away, and he does. Chase Harriman does make that tackle right away.
Yep, kick went down to about the 13. They were able to pull it out to about the 22 before they met HLV TC Warriors there for a tackle.
So we'll just say that first touchdown was presented to you by Cooperative Telephone Company. They're a sponsor of our area students in and out of the classroom. Best of luck to the Warriors. So we'll go here from the 22-yard line of the Meskwaki Warriors. HLV TC in their 3-3-2 look or a 3-5 look. You'll kind of see what they're going to do with their cornerbacks, if they're going to play them up tight or they're going to roll them off deep.
Looks like they're going to keep them up on this one. I'm going to go for the 3-5.
And then you got a quarterback in the backfield, running back behind him, and like a pistol set. And you got a tight end off the left, wide receiver off to the right. They hand it off to Emery Roberts and gang tackle. K.O. Weisskopf keeping up where he left off last year and just hammered that guy down.
Yep, Kale Weisskopf and 22 Tristan Perkle out there on the tackle.
No gain, so it's going to stay 2nd and 10 from the 22 here.
Boy, if we can get a quick 3 and out, it'll be a real good start to the 2025 year.
So you got Garrett Reed on one DN, Sawyer Meyer the nose guard, Easton Crum at the other DN. And on the right side, you got number 6, Sean McCullough playing linebacker, middle linebacker, K.O. Weisskopf, and the left side, Tristan Perkle. And then the corners are Boston Road and Briar Jack. They're lining up the same, just on the other side with the tight end kind of on the right side instead. I don't know, he's kind of flared out. Quarterback keeps number 12 for the Meskwaki Warriors. That is Lane Steen.
Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards. It looks like we fumbled the snap just a little, bobbled the snap a little bit, and then he was able to recover and get going for a couple of yards.
Kind of looked like it was going to be a toss play out to the other kid, and then he bobbled it and just got him behind him and just went up the hole.
Yep, had to work with what he had at that point, yep.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here from the 24-yard line. Get a stop here and hopefully get Meskwaki into a punting situation. Same thing, they're in a pistol set, split out to the left, or I guess tight on the line to the left, and then they have one split out wide to the right. Steen takes a snap. He's going to look to pass back to the right side to number 22. Valsequez. Oh, my goodness! Briar Jack just made an Odell-type catch.
Did he have to do that to him with one hand? I mean, he could have put them both on there, I think, but he's trying to show off a little bit out there, I think.
I know his dad's right here next to me, right behind me, thinking, what the heck was that? He just jumped like Michael Jordan, I think. Then he came down like Odell with one hand and took it away.
You can't argue with the results, though. It was a beautiful interception.
Now the offense will take the field at the 33-yard line of their own HLV TC. We're in a shotgun set with K.O. Weisskopf in the backfield with Keegan Gorsh. They're looking to pass right away. Number 6, Sean McCullough is wide open on the left side.
Open.
Nobody's there. Nobody's covering breakdown and coverage by the defense. And Sean McCullough is going to run for a touchdown.
Walk in for a touchdown is more like it. What a beautiful start to the 2025 season for the HLV TC Warriors.
So that's two offensive plays, 2 touchdowns for the Warriors in the first 5 minutes, or I guess no, we only play 12 minutes, don't we? So that's only the first 2.5 minutes of play. So that touchdown was brought to you by Hartwick Ag, is your authorized dealer for MacDon products and more. They also repair all implement makes and models. See Hartwick Ag for your next implement repair or purchase. Now we're looking for 2 here. Same set. You got McCullough out wide to the left. They got only one guy trying to guard 2 guys out there on the right. But they're going to hand it off to K.L. Weiskup anyways, and he's going to walk in for 2 as well. That'll make it 16-0 HLV TC Warriors.
Quick 16. Just a great start to the game here. I'll tell you what, if they can keep up the intensity in which they're playing defense and offense right now, it's going to be a short game. I'm not sure what the mercy rule is here.
That's 35 points. It'll be running clock for the rest of the game.
35 for the running clock, okay.
Yeah, so there's no mercy rule like it was back when we were in high school where it was 50. As soon as you got over 50, they shut the game down, whether it was third quarter or whatever.
Now, does that matter what quarter you're in when it's 35? Do they do the running clock, or do they only do that after half?
I think it's after half.
Okay.
So they get to half, and then the running clock starts right away.
I'm still trying to familiarize myself with all the 8-man football rules. So
that's a high school football across the board now. It used to be back in the day, like I said, when we were in school, you get up by 50, it was done. It was over. But now they want more kids. They want the kids to get more playing time, and I totally understand that. So they get up by 35. They just keep the clock running besides on timeouts and change of possessions.
Great way to get some younger kids some playing time too.
So the other guys we missed on the kick coverage, I didn't get the last 2. I guess I got Chase Harriman, but then number 31 also is Colin Menacucci out there. Sean McCullough is going to kick off again. Take a little while to get our numbers down. So I'm flipping the page over and over. It's going to be a kick out of bounds. They're going to...
Oh, they're going to throw a flag, but I thought it went off of a
Meskwaki
Warrior, yeah. We're going to see if they got it for...
It looks like the ref didn't see that, so they're either going to do a re-kick, they back him up 10 yards, or they're going to give him the ball at the 30-yard line, I believe. It's Meskwaki's choice. I'm confused why they're putting it at the 28. Unless it's a 5-yard penalty from where it went out of bounds, I guess. Maybe. I guess it rolled out at the 23, so they're going to give him a 5-yard penalty. So Meskwaki will take over at their own 28. HLV TC with the same defensive lineup in. So you have Briar Jack can repeat some heroism that he had on the last play.
Some magic, yeah.
His dad's up here spotting for the HLV TC Warriors, and he just came over and just shook his head and like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, like I said, you can't argue with the results, though. It was still resulted in the same thing with us having the ball. So
Meskwaki going to run an option to the left. Running back's going to get out in front, try to block for the quarterback, and we're going to get wrapped up by a host of HLV TC guys. They all swarm that ball.
Yep, all over it. Swarm tackle there. I think there was probably 4 or 5 HLV TC Warriors in on that.
Yeah, it looked like K.L. Weiss kept turning back in, and then after he turned back in, and they just came swarming.
Yeah, they broke up that option quick. It looked like a quick option to the left. And
right.
Like you said, they turned that back to the inside, and then that was all it wrote.
Meskwaki going up the same way. This guy split out wide to the right here, cleared over by the sideline. And then they got the pistol set with the quarterback and the running back right behind each other. Then a guy tight off to the line to the left. He fakes a run. I think it was supposed to be a handoff. Made a good spin move just to get out of there.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a run, but the quarterback went to the wrong side with the ball. The running back was coming off his left side, and he went to the right. And he just had to make something work with it.
And he actually got a yard out of that one at least. So.
But like you said, that's probably going back to their first couple practices where they haven't been able to get it, everybody in there and get going. So
you're not getting valuable reps because you just don't have a full squad.
Exactly.
So like we said before, it's just nice that they were able to field a team and actually get going again for the 8-man program. I looked under the varsity bound stats, and I didn't see any stats for them in the last 4 years. So I don't know if that means they were just playing a JV schedule, if they didn't have enough kids out. I don't know exactly. And they're going to drop back to pass. They're going to out route to number 22, Dorian Valsequez, and it was defended by Briar Jack, and it's incomplete.
Looked like he did have a little bit of space. It was just kind of a high throw. It would have been it was tight coverage, but it would have been he could have maybe slipped it in there if it was a little bit lower. But
and it was like he was right at the first down marker. So
yeah,
he was
yeah,
able to
definitely
get
an out right at the first. Yep.
He would have had a first down, but instead of be 4th and 9 from the 29, they're looking to punt. Meskwaki is. It looks like Emery Roberts. They said Walker.
Roberts.
Oh, okay. Roberts is back to punt. I'm like, it looks like Roberts. He was the one that was doing the kickoff and the running. And K.O. Weisskop's beat deep for the HLV TC Warriors.
It's a good punt.
It was a very good punt, but there's not a lot of coverage. So K.O. Weisskop has a chance to do something with it. He's going to break out right. There's nobody there.
He's on the move again.
Emery Roberts trying to bring him down, and Emery Roberts is
He's stuck with it.
He's going to get him down at the 5. He made first contact at the 20, and K.O. almost got away, but Emery Roberts pursued him.
Yep, he stuck with him. Great return. Great return. I think he picked that up at about the 20 and made it all the way down to the 5. So we got 55 yards on the return there.
So that turnover on downs is brought to you by Keeler Brothers Seed. They're your local DeKalb and Asco hybrid dealer. Keeler Brothers Seed supports all of our HLV students and athletes. Now HLV TC Warriors take over at the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 6. They're in a shotgun set. What's that?
Can they go 3 for 3? Will it be a third play and a third touchdown?
Well, it depends. If they're not going to cover anybody out there on the right, that is it. Well, they handed off to K.O., and he walked in. Our offensive line's getting a good push against those big boys right now.
A great push. Like you said, we'll see if there were any of them were athletes. And right now it looks like we've got the front line one for sure.
We're just a little quicker right now off the ball. That's the big thing. I mean, those kids can be big and everything, but if they don't get off the ball quick, they're already getting pushed back while we're getting low and pushing off. It's 22-0 with 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. The opening game for the HLV TC Warriors. We're looking to kick an extra point. Sean McCullough is going to be your holder. Briar Jack's going to kick your extra point. This is a good time to do this to see if you can, or you're going to need it later on.
Absolutely,
in the year. So, and it's good. It's right down the middle. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he could have hit that from 30.
And that's something that hopefully we can put in our repertoire for our offense. If we get to a close game where we need a field goal late in the game, we can kick a field goal and we got it. So that touchdown was brought to you by Stoll Construction. They're a big fan of the HLV Warriors and proud HLV TC Warriors and proud supporter of this broadcast. Best of luck of the season. Another couple of sponsors here while we're in the middle of this getting ready for the kickoff is Tim Electric. Takes the sticker shock out of electrifying service. Contact Tim Electric the next time you need a repair, retrofit, or new install. Hardin Brothers Propane has all the propane you need for your residential grain drying needs. Adam and the gang at Hardin Brothers Propane wish the Warriors the best of luck this season. I'm reading through these notes and I didn't write them up very well. WH Construction is our last sponsors for so far this year. They're in Victor is building new communities one brick at a time. Whether you're building, remodeling, or in need of repairs, WH Construction can handle your small or large projects.
And a big thanks to all the sponsors who contribute here. I mean, it goes a long ways here to help us get out to the away games and provide this broadcast to the people that can't get out to come to these away games.
We are still looking for more sponsors. Last year, I think we had 14 or 15 sponsors, and I know Danny's doing his best to call around and try to get some people back on the line. So if you're interested in sponsoring this broadcast, we would be more than happy if you reach out to Danny Davis. I can give you his number, or you can reach out to me, and I'll give you his number. Either way you want to do it. HLVTC is going to kick off again. Sean McCullough. It's going to be a squib kick, and it's going to be fumbled. It's at the 5-yard line. Meskwaki picks it up. Chase Harriman overruns it, but they still gang tackle, and they're going to take over at the – I think they're saying it was a fumble. And the HLV TC Warriors may have recovered.
I thought when he went by, I thought I saw a right hand on the ball, but it was hard to tell from this distance. Even if they didn't recover, we're going to be inside the 5 either way. So
yep, it looks like it's going to be Meskwaki ball. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 4. So if they have any of those bobbled snaps or anything like that, HLV TC has a chance to pounce and either get a safety or a touchdown on this.
Yep, I can't get over how great of a start we've had to this season, how great of a start we've had to this game. You can tell the kids are really enjoying themselves right now in this first game of the season. They were anxious to get after it.
The quarterback comes to the right on a keeper and is brought down by K.O. Weisskopf, but he's able to get 5 or 6 yards here. So They said, well, they got 5. So Steen got 5 yards on that play. That was their most productive play. It looked like they just widened everybody out. They went twins on each side, 3 linemen versus a quarterback, and then 3 linemen versus a linebacker. And they were able to get something out of it.
Yeah, that was easily their most productive play of the game thus far.
To be 2nd and 5 here from the 9 for the Meskwaki Warriors. I mean, for our sake, we want to see HLV TC win and get something going really well, but you want to see Meskwaki get something going too. And running the same exact play, and Steen was able to get out to the 15 to get their first down.
Yep, nice to see them pick up their first down of the year out here. Again, the tackling was a group effort out here for HLV TC. You can tell this defense is really getting out and getting after the ball right now.
Flying around, just making the pads pop. You can hear the pads pop clear up here. We're sitting, 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah. And a good 20 yards off the field.
Right.
And like you said, we're still hearing the pads pop up here.
So we're going to have 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line from the Meskwaki Warriors. They got trips out to the left. Got a lot of movement. They're letting them kind of go. But Steen's going to throw it out to the left on a little bubble screen. And Garrett Reed and K.O. Weiskup are all over that. No gain. They just drilled him.
Again, it seems like there's at least 2 HLV TC Warriors in on every tackle out here. They are just after it out here.
That was good awareness. Oh, that wasn't number 36. That was Hunter Bracklesberg. Sorry about that, Hunter. But he read that right away. He's playing nose guard this possession. And we put a lot of subs on the defensive line. But he was playing nose guard. It looked like he saw that the linemen were leaving him alone. He looked out to the right, and boom, he just took off, and him and KO met at the same time. So it looks like we got number 64, Garrett Reed still playing DN, Easton Crum playing other DN, and then I guess Hunter's the only sub in for Sawyer Meyer. They're running the option here. It's a fumble on the pitch. Briar Jack's going to, had it, and he lost it.
Let's see what the ref says. Which way are we going, ref?
It looks like K.O. Weiskup was the one that was able to recover it. So early on in this first quarter here, Briar Jack's around the football a lot on defense.
Yep, we're going to have an HLV TC Warrior first down from about the 18, it looks like.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing that the HLV TC Warriors did to force the fumble. They just they had a pitch, and it looked like the 2 guys, the quarterback and the running back, were just a little too close together. And when he threw that pitch, he was right next to him, and he didn't know he was right there. He needed to stay a little wider. They'll work on that in practice. Like we were saying, they haven't had very many good reps. So HLV TC takes over.
Nope, we've got our first whistle of the game.
They're going to call Meskwaki. He's going to call a timeout. They call a timeout right before the HLV TC Warriors hiked the ball there. It looks like they didn't have enough players on the field.
Yep, only 7 men on the field, yep.
And HLV TC was getting ready to take advantage. They were in a shotgun with 1 receiver to the left, twins to the right, and then Kale and Keegan in the backfield. And they snapped that ball, and everybody was going deep. So I'm sure it was going to be a big play, or attempt at a big play.
Another chance to air it out for him early on. I'd like to see him really try to air it out here with this early lead.
Yeah, you might as well just get reps. This is a good time to work on stuff that you don't have to beat each other up in practice. You're actually able to do something against somebody else that don't know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
I mean, when you're calling that play and you're lining it up, I mean, Eddie probably does something in practice where he's doing a lot of the same stuff, and then the defense starts catching on, and they know what's coming. They know the routes it's running. So now you're out there against a different team that doesn't know everything that's going on. So it's nice to hit somebody else for a change.
Well, yeah, it's always nice to hit somebody else besides your teammate. You know, you're never going full in practice as it is. You know, you don't want to injure your teammates in practice. But like I said, out here right now with this early lead, it's a good time to get out there and you know, we want to run the ball and keep the clock moving. But we want to get out here and let our guys practice early on, too, while they have the chance to, you know.
For sure. So we're going to line up the same way. Boston Warrior out to the right. Tristan Burkle in the slot. K.O. Weiss coming in the backfield with Keegan Gorsh and Sean McCullough down here to the left. We're going to air it out. We're going to curl in a combination route. And Tristan Burkle comes out of nowhere and grabs that ball. I don't know if it was even to him. He threw it between
two
Rorda
receivers, yeah.
and Burkle. And Burkle came back and got it and scored a touchdown on it.
Yep, 22 Tristan Perkle. He came out of nowhere for that one. He was coming all the way across the field for that.
We got an update in Iowa Valley. That's going to be a big game there. Iowa Valley's playing Don Bosco, 2 teams ranked in the top 10. after the first quarter, Don Bosco leads 7-6.
Good game going on over there. Is that there in in Iowa
Marengo,
Valley in
yep,
Marengo?
It's in Marengo, yep. Briar Jack hammers the extra point home again, and that one might have been good for 40. That one was better than the first one.
That one had some heat on it, yeah.
So HLV TC Warriors lead 30-0 in the first 6.5 minutes here. 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Like I said, big thanks to everybody that makes this happen. Big thanks to Zach here for making the trip up here with me. Our other guy back home is Zach Gallagher. He did everything with us last year. He had to work tonight, so he'll be with us next Friday. Big thanks to these guys for sticking with me for another year doing this. It's fun. It's a blast. Even last year we were on the wrong side of a lot of games, but it was still fun to get out here. We had a lot of good games that they came down to the wire, too. I remember who we played, but we scored, or the fourth quarter was like
back and forth,
20 points
yep,
apiece.
Yep.
It was just who was going to get the ball last was going to win. So that's just the fun stuff about what we're doing. And then we've known each other for all of 20 years almost now. So it's nice to be able to do stuff with the people you're close with. So
yeah, now that we've got our own kids, we don't get to see each other as much as we did when we were younger. So
right, we did a lot. We worked together a lot, other jobs, and now I got 3 kids. Zach's got 2 kids, so this is about the only time we get out of the house and really get to see each other face to face. So,
yep.
Sean McCullough kicks the ball deep here, and it's going to be picked up at the. It's going to be a touchback.
Yep.
And nobody made contact with it, so he let it roll into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback for the Meskwaki Warriors. They'll start at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
And that's the smart play. If you don't have a good catch out, a good line on it, you just got to, and it's got the mustard to get into the end zone. You just got to let it get there.
Right, and then you've already got hit how many times we're trying to return it because whether we're getting through blocks or there's not blocks happening, either way, that kid doesn't want to take another shot on a kickoff when it's 1-on-5. So Meskwaki's going to take over the 5:25 to go here in the first quarter, trailing 30-0. HLV TC's got a good start. It looks like they're going to put another D tackle in, Landon Ankrum. He's going to make a spell in there for Bracklesburg and Meyer. Meskwaki sitting the same thing, pistol. They're going to get a false start. It looks like the running back or somebody was moving a little early.
There's the first whistle of the game.
False start on the Meskwaki Warriors. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 10. So yeah, we're looking at. just looking at the roster here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 juniors. So we're actually pretty experienced this year with our group of kids. Meskwaki ran a reverse. And it looked like there was actually something there right away, but the HLV TC Warriors just swallowed it up and got a 1-yard loss. That's one thing wrong about reverses, that you have to do something where it's going backwards to start, so you're not going to get a lot. He had a lane, and then we just
it closed quickly. Yeah. Yep.
So it'll be 2nd and 16 here from the 9.
Brings up the loss of the down. The 2nd and 16.
So we're going to, looks like number 24 for the HLV TC Warriors. Chase Harriman's going to sub in at cornerback for Briar Jack here. Number 22, Tristan Perkle. Yep, he's going to, they're going to a 4-man front with Tristan Perkle coming on the off the DN. Maybe he's a linebacker blitz.
Now, Coach did say he had a 4-man front, but he didn't think we'd see a whole lot of it tonight.
It wasn't a 4-man front. It was a 3-man front with Tristan Perkle coming off the edge, and he blitzed, and they ran the play right to him, and he just swallowed him up. So that went from the 9-yard line. Now they're back to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, we were 1st and 10. They were 1st and 10 from the 15, and now we're looking at 3rd and 22 from the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the way we like to see them moving.
Right. But you really don't want to see that for Meskwaki the first game out, and you just got kids to go out. You don't want to see anybody.
Right. We don't want
upset.
We don't want to hurt anybody's confidence or anything, but we like to see the HLV TC Warriors gaining confidence early on in the season.
It's another spreading them out a little bit. Steen's going to look to run, trying to get out of the end zone, having that ball hang around. And he had that ball in the air like a defensive back in the pros or college.
Just one hand out there. He was lucky to hang on to that one by the end of it.
He was barely able to get out of the end zone, got out of the 2-yard line. So on that drive, We took them back. They had 5 yards of penalty yards, and then we took them back another 7 yards of our own plays, 8 yards of our own plays. So pretty good defensive stand here. Emery Roberts is going to come in and punt for the Meskwaki Warriors again. He's standing in his own end zone, almost on the
deep out of his own end zone.
Almost on the baseline of the end zone. They're going to call a false start or something, or a bad snap, which will be half a distance to the goal for the Meskwaki Warriors. Second penalty of the game. This will be 4th and 24. And they're going to still do the same thing, punt. Kale Weiskup standing at midfield at the 40-yard line. Remember, 8-man football. There's only the 40-yard line is the midfield, not the 50. Emery Roberts gets the ball tipped, and it goes out of bounds about the 10, 15. Yeah. They're going to say it went out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Up here in our eyes, it looked like it went out of bounds about the 10, but that's okay. HLV TC needs to
give us a little
more reps.
Little more room for reps, yep.
I mean, we pretty much had one play, one touchdown every drive so far, so we need to see some more reps and see some other action and see what Eddie can dial up, if he has any trick plays up his sleeve, or if he's just going to hold them for.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see any trick plays tonight with the lead the way it is already this early.
It looks like HLV TC had 9 guys on the field. Chase Harriman subbed out right there at the end. They're going to hand off to Kale Weiskup. Just bouncing around, being patient, bouncing back to the right.
Just beautiful vision out there.
And he's trying to carry the defensive back into the end zone, but he does not. He's down at the 3.
Like you said, the patience shown by him is just phenomenal. He just waits for the hole to open up and then hits it.
He kind of reminds you of, if anybody watched NFL the past, 5-10 years ago, you got Le'Veon Bell, who just kind of let the play develop, let the blockers move, and then he just exploded, and that's what he did. He exploded out to the right, and he almost carried that defender in for a touchdown.
Like you said, his feet were chopping, just waiting for the move, and then when it opened up, that was it.
We're in a shotgun set again with Kale Weiskup flanked to the right of
we got another quick whistle.
It looks like going to be a false start on the HLV TC Warriors. That'll be the first penalty against the HLV TC Warriors. It looked like Keegan Gorsh went a little fast. It sounded like his cadence was a little quick, and they got him for a false start. It looks like Coach Sampson's the offensive coordinator calling the play for Keegan. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 9 for the HLV TC Warriors. We're in a T set, kind of what you've seen a lot in the HLV TC Warrior days with Kevin Smith. You got Kale Weiskup to the left and Tristan Perkle to the right, and Tristan Perkle was leaning.
Start, yep.
Yeah, Tristan Perkle was leaning right a little, or leaning forward a little bit, and we're going to get a false start. So
here's kind of what we were getting back to last year. We were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Right, and you can't do that against the good teams.
Yep.
I mean, I remember we played Bell playing tough, and they ended up being a playoff team later on. And we had a couple good drives, and we were just going straight backwards. I think we did against EV last year too, where we had a couple good drives, and we would just go. We were killing ourselves. We were shooting ourselves in the foot, like Zach just said. So King Gorsh is going to keep this one. He's looking for a hole. He's going to get dragged down by the other quarterback, Steen. But did you see there at the end? You see the HLV TC Warrior kids downfield, finishing it till the whistle.
Yep.
The offensive line, the skilled players, everybody was downfield trying to make a block until the whistle was blown. They did not stop. Kind of reminds you of, if anybody's seen The Blind Side, Michael Orr running that guy all the way out of bounds.
Over the fence. Yeah, no, they were on it until, like you said, till they heard the whistle. They were on it. And that's the way it needs to be all the time.
So that was a 6-yard gain for the Warriors. So it'll be 2nd goal from the 9. Shotgun set. King Gorsh is going to look to pass. He's looking right side to Rorta and just out of his reach. Steen with the coverage for the Meskwaki Warriors. It was a good route, though. It was an in-and-out route on the other side. And it was just one-on-one. So
good two move, and yeah. He was open there, just put it out of the reach of his, like you said, extended hands.
So we'll have 3rd and goal from the 9 here. Minute 32 left to go in the first quarter. HLV TC Warriors lead 30-0. You got Tristan Perkle wide out to the right by himself. Nobody going with him. Now there's somebody over there.
Yeah, yep.
They're going to fake. Oh, they messed up the play, it looks like. But Keegan Gorsh is going to make something happen. He's going to be down at the 5 or the 4. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 4.
We'll see what HLV comes. Are they going to bring the field goal unit out here? They're going to go for it.
what do we got here? Timeout? Equipment. It looks like an equipment deal. Something happened or injury. He has to come out for one play. So we're going to have 4th and goal from the 5 here. It looked like that was supposed to be a handoff to Kale, and it was a missed nav or something, or he bobbled the ball or something like that. Keegan did, and then he's got in behind Kale and was able to get 5 yards out of the deal. So 4th and goal here. You got Kale Weiskup flanked Keegan Gorsh on the left. You got Tristan Perkle in the slot on the right with Boston Rorda, and then the left you got Sean McCullough. He's looking Sean McCullough's way on a quick slant. Just threw it behind him. If that ball would have been right on him or right out in front of him, that would have been another touchdown for the Warriors. But that's just the jitters, the pregame or the first game jitters and stuff like that for Keegan. Once he gets back into his rhythm and stuff. Last year his big target was Levi Molnix, and he's not here. So.
Right, but like I said, this is the perfect time to be doing that. This is the perfect time for this to happen. Get these reps in now while we've got a good lead, and we can afford to do something like that and not get in the end zone there.
Right, and we turned over the ball on downs, and it's at the 5-yard line. So they just had the ball at the 4-yard line 2 possessions ago, and weren't able to go anywhere. So it's not like we really killed ourselves here when we have a 30-0 lead.
Yep, exactly.
We're having another timeout by Meskwaki. So we'll read through the sponsors again. I'll just say the sponsors this time instead of reading through their whole slogan, just because it'll be a quick one. So the sponsors for the HLV TC Football Warriors this year are Cooperative Telephone Company, Hartwick Ag, Keyser Brothers Seed, Stoll Construction, Tim Electric, Hardin Brothers Propane, and WH Construction. Big thanks to those guys for allowing us to do this each and every week. Without their support, without Danny's support, and then all the support from the staff at HLV and TC for allowing us to do this, we couldn't be down here. So big thanks to Bojack and Brad Hohensee and Mark Tegler at HLV. And we'll be down in Tri-County next week for their home game. HLV and TC have a partnership where every year they're together in sports now. So now Tri-County is getting one home game per season, I believe, per class. So like your varsity class, your junior high class, your JV class, they're all getting one home game. So that's a nice partnership between the HLV TC Warriors. It's probably the best thing that's happened for both schools, because we just had no numbers either way.
Coming back after the first play there, look again, the just effort of the team tackling. There was 4 white jerseys on the ball carrier there. 4. That's half the team out there on the same ball carrier. I mean, they're just getting after it out here tonight.
So we got 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 5 for the Meskwaki Warriors. Number 47 for the Meskwaki Warriors was the one that came up a little gimp there. He's trying to stretch it out. That'd be Nathan Bear. Meskwaki Warriors in their pistol set again with Roberts behind Steen. They're trying to pass deep down the right side to number 22. Just overthrown him. Number 22, Valsequez, I believe. Yeah, Valsequez. He got behind Chase Harriman, and he almost had a big play.
He would have been running if the ball would have been on target. Yeah,
made a good effort, though.
He
laid out.
Nice dive, yeah.
He was doing everything he could for it. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 5-yard line for the Meskwaki Warriors. We got Landon Ankrum still on the D tackle for the HLV TC Warriors. Everybody else is pretty much the same besides Chase Harriman out here on the left cornerback, subbing in for Briar Jack. Still got Garrett Reed, Easton Crum, Sean McCullough, Kale Weiskup, and Tristan Burkle with Boston Order on another corner. Pistol set for Meskwaki. Running a reverse back to the right. And he slips a couple tackles. Sean McCullough, Kale Weiskup knocks the ball out, but it's going to be a fumble.
No, they're going to call him out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds at the 10.
Yep.
So it'll be
out of bounds before the ball came out.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 10-yard line from the Meskwaki Warriors. Sean McCullough upset with himself. He got a little high on that tackle, didn't break down and get him around the waist. He was trying to tackle around the shoulder pads, and the kid slipped through. and then Kale came and finished the tackle. So it looks like Emery Roberts is going to punt the ball for the Meskwaki Warriors to Kale Weiskup. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter here, so probably have this and maybe one more play.
We got a punt off. It looks like they're going to be out at about the 28-yard line.
Yep, exactly. The 28-yard line. HLV TC Warriors will take over. 6 seconds to go in the first quarter, so we'll have one play here. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28. We'll see who's going to check in here. Keegan Gorsh, Tristan Perkle running in off the sideline with a play call from Coach Sampson. Zach Sampson. Looks like the rest of the starters are pretty much out there for the offense. Nope, Landon Ankram's in at right guard for Sawyer Meyer, so he must have tweaked something because he hasn't played defense. And Landon Ankram subbing in for him at the right offense guard. We're in a shotgun set. Slot Tristan Perkle on the right. Out guy Pawson Rorda. They're going to look to go deep. Going deep to Tristan Perkle. Fights through the defender, and it's incomplete. Looking for a deep post, and it was incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 when we come back from the 28-yard line for the HLV TC Warriors.
So, great first quarter of the season for the HLV TC Warriors. I mean, 30-0. You can't ask for a much better quarter to start than the 25 season.
Yeah, well, we have 4 drives and for one-play drives for touchdowns for the HLV TC Warriors. We had a 50-yard touchdown run for K.O. Weiskup. And then we had a pass to Tristan Perkle when he threw it between Tristan and Rorda. Tristan came back and got it. I think Kale walked in for another one. So, good start to the season.
And as good as the offense has been, I think I'm more impressed with the defense. I mean, they've just been swarm tackling, just everybody on that ball when it's near them.
There's a lot of effort. You can tell the effort is there. Eddie Henning's getting the best out of the kids so far. I mean, I know we're only one game or one quarter deep into the season, but when you see the kids blocking all the way downfield until the whistle's blown, that's when you know the effort's there and you know they're buying into what the coach is saying. So, and that same thing goes for defense, like Zach was saying. They're swarm tackling. They're not giving up until the whistle's blown. There's a lot of times where a kid will make a pop and the other guys think he's down. They're going until the whistle's blown.
Yep, so. On both sides of the ball, they're just getting after it, and you love to see that because that's the kind of mentality that'll really win you some games.
So, like I said, an update in Marengo was 7-6. Don Bosco was up after the first quarter. Trying to see if there's any more updates I have here. I asked for a Montezuma update, and I should ask for a halftime update, so they're probably not there yet. The English Valley Bears are next week's opponent. They played last night against North Tama. Somebody, I think this is the rumor I heard. I don't know if it's true, but there's not a lot of refs out there, so they had to play a Thursday night game, and I'm going to guess some refs are double dutying this week. They're doing Thursday and Friday both. The EV Bears actually was 16-6 game at halftime. The EV Bears were up, and then the last time I looked today, and they won 56-28 over the North Tama Redhawks. Well, Keegan Gorsh looking to go deep on the first play.
He's there this time,
and he's got Sean McCullough that outran the coverage. That was another touchdown early in the first quarter too.
Yep.
But there was nobody out there in the first quarter. But this time there was a guy, and he ran right past him, and Keegan Gorsh put him on the money.
Yep, right on the money. I mean, he laid that one right in the breadbasket.
So the first quarter, he wasn't really on point, but that was a beautiful strike. I mean, he had him in stride and everything down the left sideline for, what, a 25, 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah, about a 30-yard. That's going to put him right around 80 yards on the game so far, and 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Oh, and I guess he's going to be over 80 yards. I forgot about the Perkle touchdown down there, so he's going to be about 100 yards.
Right. Briar Jack's going to kick an extra point again, and it's good.
It's good.
Not nearly as good as that last one. I mean, it was good. I mean, they're good, but it just wasn't as he wouldn't have made it from 40 that time.
Still just right down the middle, though.
Yeah, very accurate.
Yep.
So after the first play of the second quarter, 11:55 to go here in the second quarter, first half. HLV TC Warriors lead 36-0. Meskwaki Warriors have one timeout left in this half. HLV TC Warriors have all their timeouts left. We'll just run through the lineup here, or the roster here. We got K.O. Weiskup, a junior, Sean McCullough, a junior, Boston Rorda, senior, Keegan Gorsh, senior, Briar Jack, junior, Landon Ankrum, senior. All those guys above I've said quite a bit already, whether they're playing offense or defense. Axon Sandvik was in on kickoff coverage early. Tristan Perkle, sophomore. Chase Harriman, senior. Sawyer Meyer, freshman. I don't see him on the sideline like hurt or anything. So I don't know if he just got subbed out for a couple of those plays. Like you said, getting reps in.
Yep.
And there's Gavin Smith, Jr., Colin Manicucci, Jr., Easton Crum, sophomore, Hunter Bracklesberg, senior, Caden McDonald, freshman, Hayden Schaefer, senior, Jace Jala, sophomore, Landon McDonald, Jr., Gage Riffle, freshman, Davian Thompson, senior, and Garrett Reed, Jr. So that rounds out what we got this year for the HLV TC Warriors. We kicked the ball off, and Meskwaki's trying to make a play, and there again. There's 4 or 5 white jerseys around there again. One guy made missed a tackle, but the other guy cleaned it up.
Yep, first guy who gets him stopped or held up, and makes him change back to direction, just turns him into the rest of the team. And the rest of the team is just there every play.
So it looks like number 20, Axon Sandvik, will be on defense this time for the HLV TC Warriors, playing linebacker for Tristan Perkle.
Nice to see the freshman getting in there.
32 still the same. That's Easton Crum. We got 36, Hunter Bracklesberg, back in at D-tackle. He was already there once. Landon Ankrum had some reps, and now they're going back to Bracklesberg. And it looks like Garrett Reed's still in the other DN. Still got K.O. Weiskup, still got Sean McCullough. And then Briar Jack sub back in at left corner, and Boston Road is still out here in the right corner.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing a great job of subbing somebody else in about every possession. Maybe, like you said, right now he's in a linebacker sub. The last couple plays we were in a cornerback, had subbed out. So, doing a great job while we can, getting the reps in for everybody.
Right. Another timeout from Meskwaki. That'll be their last timeout of the half. But, yeah, I think he's just trying to find some continuity between the guys. I mean, you want to be able to mix and match people. Last year we had a lot of injuries throughout the year, so it's one of those things that you need to have next man up mentality, but he's got to have the reps. That guy has to have the reps to be able to be comfortable coming in and have the confidence coming in.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, I mean, last year we had my nephew just texted me. He lives with me. He's asking if my daughter keeps unplugging the internet. So I'm sure she is, but just being a butthead. But just find that continuity with the team. And, I mean, like I said, last year we had Sean McCullough, who I think didn't, Levi broke a collarbone. He was out from the New London game pretty much the rest of the year.
Yep.
Sean McCullough had he tweaked a few things. I think he had a knee and then Keegan Gorsh was out for the first couple games. So you just had a lot of injuries. We battled through them. We showed a lot of improvement throughout the year last year, and it's showing now because you only have, like I said, you only graduated 3 or 4 seniors, and I mean maybe the competition level isn't nearly the same as it was in a couple of the games last year, but it's still nice to see and build the confidence, and you can see there's just a different attitude and effort with these guys. Steen tackled for, a 7-yard loss?
Yep, 7-yard loss. Who was that back there? Number 32.
Crum?
Yep, Easton Crum back there on a 7-yard loss. That might be the first time all night I've seen a single white jersey in on a tackle.
He didn't give him any time to get there.
Nope,
he ran
nope.
Right
he wrapped him up and drug him down.
So we got 2nd and 15. I guess it was only a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15 from the 13-yard line for the Meskwaki Warriors. They're split out. Twins each way, low snap. Steen's trying to make K.O. Weiskup miss, and his K.O. Weiskup holds on, and Tristan Perkle and the rest of the Warriors just come in and finish them off.
Yeah, maybe gain a 2 or 3 there. It wasn't much.
Yeah, looks like he got 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. 9:40 to go here in the first half.
Like I said, 3rd and 12. We like seeing those numbers on our side. I think we saw a lot of those against us last year. A lot on the opposite end of that, where we were on the 3rd and a long distance for the pickup. I'm glad to see that early on this year we're on the good side of those things.
Another bad snap. Steen's going to try to make something happen. Again, K.O. Weiskup trying to throw the ball late.
That was pretty close.
There was no – all the linemen were back there.
Yep.
I think he went across the line of scrimmage maybe, I guess. But
nope.
anyways, they let it go. Emery Roberts gets the reception. gets up to the 25-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 4 for the Meskwaki Warriors. I mean, for them, we were kind of in this position sometime last year.
Oh, yeah.
You're in this spot now. You're down 36-0.
Yep,
Why
it's
not
time.
go? Why not go for
Yep,
it?
can't hold anything back now.
We know. We know. They're actually going to punt it. Kale Weiss is going to run back deep.
I'd be looking for a fake
here. Looking for a fake here. They're going to punt it. They're going to punt it. That's going to be roughing the kicker. Oh, they're not going to call it. Oh, they did. He did call it. They were at least running into the kicker, which no matter what, it'll be a
automatic.
Unless that's offsetting now.
There, yeah.
Well, we got a hold on the HLV TC Warriors as well. So looks like we're gonna have 2 penalties on the HLV TC Warriors. First time we're gonna have running the kicker at least, maybe roughing. Running the kicker was probably gonna be a 5-yard penalty. Roughing the kicker will be 15 yards.
Either way, it's gonna result in the first down
right.
for the Meskwaki Warriors, though.
Right, and they won't even worry about that holding call there because that was already done. So. So I'm listening to the spotters over here. You got Sean Campbell and Bo Jack for the HLV TC Warriors. And like they're saying, there's no reason to really go after that block punt. I mean, you're up 36-0. Just go ahead and let your offense get on the field and then go get more reps in.
So it's going to be Meskwaki Football from what do we got? About the 34?
Yeah, they'll probably put them at the 30.
30?
Well, it depends if it's a 5-yard or 15-yard.
Right.
5-yard will be a 30-yard line. Roughing will be the 40-yard line. It looks like they're going to put them at the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Meskwaki Warriors from the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line, with 8:25 to go here in the first half. HLV TC Warriors lead 36-0.
I think this is the Meskwaki Warrior best field position of the game thus far.
Yeah, it's kind of been a struggle for them. It's a struggle for them, but we're flying around like you said.
Yeah.
HLV TC Warriors just flying around every single snap, every single play.
Like you said, playing through the whistle every down.
And that's kind of maybe what cost them there with that running the kicker. I mean, they didn't want to give up. They went for it, and they hit him down. Steen going to run an option, or pitches it out to number 22, and he fumbles the ball. Kale Weiska picks it up and walks in for a touchdown. HLV TC Warrior touchdown. I don't know who popped that away, but that kid tried to lower his shoulder, and he lowered his shoulder, and he got creamed.
Yep. It was a great hit, but like you said, I can't see from that was clear on the other side of the field. So.
And like you said, we're 20 yards off the field, so that's another 20 yards over there. So that's 40, and we're 20 feet up in the air.
Yep. And it's starting to get a little bit on the sun's starting to go down, so we can't see things quite as well anyway.
So that'll make it 42-0. HLV TC Warriors going to look to kick another extra point, I believe. I have an update from Marengo. Good buddy Jeff Huber, a guy I work with. He tells me Don Bosco and Iowa Valley are tied 14-14 at half.
Ooh, got a barn burner going on over there, huh?
It's a good early test for both teams. It's non-district play. Both teams are looking to make a bit deep run into the playoffs. So you want to test yourself early. Friar Jack hammers at home for another extra point, and not nearly as good as his first two, but it's still in.
Well, that one probably could have been at least 35. I mean, that one went all the way back to the track almost by the time it was done.
The windows still got in my way. I couldn't see the rest of the way. Yep. So that'll make it 43-0. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. That touchdown was brought to you by WH Construction. They're building new communities one brick at a time here in Victor. Whether you're building, remodeling, or in need of repairs, WH Construction can handle your small or large projects.
Again, big shout out to all of our local sponsors that help us keep this broadcast going.
Big thanks to everybody back at HLV in the TC area. Big thanks to Coach Eddie Henning for messaging me back and letting me know kind of what to expect tonight. Giving me the roster, giving me the depth chart. He doesn't have to do that. It's a nice thing for him to do for us. Makes our jobs a little easier. We already have enough kinks and stuff going on in the first day out, so it's nice to have a little bit of stuff figured out by the time we come here. McCullough going to kick deep again, and it's going to be taken in at the 15-yard line, and he's going to get gang tackled again.
Four white jerseys again.
It looks like Chase Harriman was the first one down there. Number 20, Axon Sandvik was in on it. Number 31, Colin Menikuchi was in on it. I didn't see the fourth one, but
24?
20, yeah, he was the first one to get there. You can tell he can fly down the sideline or fly down the field because he's been the first guy to hit the returner I don't know how many times. So 1st and 10 for Meskwaki from their own 18. You can tell that they don't have an identity. They started with Emery Roberts at running back, and now they've been rotating and everything. But just the lack of reps with a full team at the beginning of the year when they started the first practice with 4 guys, it's just tough.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, by the end of the year, they'll probably definitely be a different team. Like you said, they get the reps in, learn an identity, go from there.
Right. Steen runs with his ball. He's running wild all the time.
Yeah, he's got that ball out there. I'm surprised we haven't seen more fumbles, honestly.
He hasn't fumbled yet, but besides that pitch. But when he's carrying the ball, he's carrying it like he's a paper boy throwing papers out down the road.
Yeah, sometimes he's got it one hand above his shoulder pads, you know.
Just wild. I mean, when we're popping him good, and he's still hanging on. So
yeah, he's got some grip strength, that's for sure.
He ended up getting 3 out of that play, so it'll be 2nd and 7 here.
And it looks like if he had any room to get going, we might struggle to get. He looks pretty quick out of the gate, you know, but.
He has to try to avoid the D tackles or the D line in the backfield. If he was able to get up to speed and get his top speed, right, like you said, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
He's looking to throw here. They're able to complete it on a curl route out to the right. And that receiver, after he caught it, is down.
Yep. Slow to get up here. Never want to see that.
They're gonna blow the whistle, but they know that they're short anyways, so they didn't blow it quite. And then Valsequez, I think was his name, he caught that. He's the one that tried to have that layout for that deep ball earlier.
He just waved off the coach. He said he's not coming out of the game. He's going back to the huddle right now.
3rd and 4 here for the Meskwaki Warriors. Actually 3rd and 3 from their own 25. They got twins right, twins left, 3 linemen, and then Steen in the backfield. Steam looking to throw left side, deep ball.
Deep ball.
Catch made by number 8 for the Meskwaki Warriors. Devin Hag. Number 20, Axon Sandvik got all turned around. Not just a freshman mistake. I mean, how much in junior high do you see a lot of passing and deep passing? So that was just picking on the freshman there. This is a good time to have that mistake. You're up 43-0. You're a young kid, first game.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. That's what we keep preaching. Get them in here. Let them get the reps. Let them make those mistakes now when it's not going to cost us anything.
Right. So now he learned I can't get beat deep. So in a close game against a Belle Plaine or Iowa Valley or whoever later, EV next week, he knows, hey, don't get beat deep on that. Otherwise, I might get pulled. And he's just getting a few reps here and there right now. So. Same thing for the Meskwaki Warriors. You got twins right, twins left, but you don't have anybody on the ball on this side. They're just letting them go, I guess. Steen.
Well, we got a flag there, but we got a hold.
Steen trying to make something happen. His linemen are just chasing him around, his own linemen, trying to figure out where he's going.
Let's see what we got on the flag here.
It has to be a holding from the umpire or the main ref, right?
Yep, that's what I thought. Well, just with the timing of the play, I would assume, hold.
They're asking Coach Henning what he wants to do here. Holding on the offense, like Zach said.
Yeah, holding on the Warriors.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which was right at the. They might have gave him an 8-yard penalty. I on a pass play. I didn't think the lineman would be downfield, but anyways, it's no big deal. It'll be first down and about 18. Should be 1st and 20, but I don't think it quite is.
Yeah, I mean, it's about 1st and 18. Like you said, I think they gave him about 8 yards back.
But they're going to have trips to the right this time. 1 guy out to the left. They still don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. You have to have 5 on the line of scrimmage and 3 in the backfield. So they never have the guy on the left side on the line of scrimmage.
So they're lining up illegal formation every time.
Right, yep. Right. That kid needs to get up on the line, but that's just maybe more reps. We're in varsity play. They should be calling it, or at least teaching them, talking to them on the sidelines, saying, hey, you need to move up. But they ended up getting 4 yards out of that play, so second and 14, second and 15 here from the HLV TC Warriors 27, 28-yard line.
This is definitely the most life we've seen out of the Meskwaki Warriors thus far.
Yep. They got aided with that roughing the kicker, running into the kicker, but still, they're making something out of it. Steen
He's
going to take off
quarterback
running.
draw.
He fakes out Perkle, and he's able to get it 10 yards or so.
Yep.
He's
Close to the first down marker for sure.
The defensive line for the HLV TC Warriors got upfield, and he just stepped through the pocket, found himself with a lot of green, and then he faked Tristan Perkle out, and he was able to get to 3rd and 2, third and manageable for the Meskwaki Warriors, something they haven't had all night. 2:40 to go here in the half. HLV TC leads 43-0. Steen pretty much putting the Meskwaki Warriors on his back on this drive here.
Yeah, he's really showing the effort out here every play right now.
So right now they're lined up good because they got. Well, no, they still don't have a guy in the line on the left
he's
side.
still back. Yeah, he's still off. Yep.
Steen trying to make something happen again on 3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to be a hold.
Play.
And then you got 2 HLV TC Warriors bringing them down. You got Kale Weiskopf.
I think it was actually a trip is what happened.
On Meskwaki?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, they're gonna. It's on Meskwaki for sure because the ref is going over to ask Coach Henning what he wants to do. He'll probably take this penalty even if it wasn't a first down. They're gonna give him a holding.
We have a hold on Meskwaki. HLV accepts. He brings up 3rd down and 12.
As soon as I get a text message, I'm reading it, and you start announcing that.
I text him. I text Bolton's mom. I text Axmere, but they played last night, and Travis Upaw. All the updates.
What's the ball playing?
Just half. He hasn't told me. He's like, I won't remember. I'll text you at halftime. I don't know who they play. I don't know. So you got 3rd and 12 here for the Meskwaki Warriors. With 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Steen going to step up, going to throw a shot to number 8, and it's overthrown. He had him beat. He had.
Had a man open, but again overthrown just high.
Who's that? Who's that for us? Number 31. Colin Menacucci got beat on an inside post. He was with him. I guess he didn't say. You can't say he was beat.
Right, he was with him.
If,
But
if the ball was on the money, he would have been able to make a play on the receiver, but he wasn't able to make a play on the ball because he was behind him. So you got 4th and 12 here for the Meskwaki Warriors. Steen in the backfield alone. You got trips to the right with Emery Roberts and a couple other guys, and then you got a guy on the left. Steen's going to run it right up the middle on 4th and 12, and he's going to get the first down and more. He's going to be down at the 2, the 1. They're going to give him down at the 1. Good effort play by Steen. He just worked around a blocker there. He ran another guy that was coming free right into the guy that was getting blocked to be able to get that first down.
I think he might have every yard on this possession.
Besides the running and the kicker.
Yep.
I think he had one throw for 2 yards down that curl route where that kid got up Gamp. Valsquez got up Gamp. But other than that, he's ran the ball. He got 35 seconds to try to put it in. They have no timeouts. Remember that.
Yeah, they got to try and punch this in now. No timeouts.
Trips to the right again. Steen in the backfield alone. They're going to run the exact same play. I think the HLV TC
he got
Warriors.
popped. They saw a fumble.
HLV TC Warriors are ready for it that time. But they got unless he's hurt. Nope, he's all right. He's getting up. But the Meskwaki Warriors need to get on the ball. I don't know why they clocked the top. Oh, it's a fumble.
Yeah,
And it was recovered by the HLV TC Warriors.
Yep.
Man, great for the HLV TC Warriors, but you just want to see Meskwaki get in there. They had a great drive. Yes, it was aided by the one running the kicker, but they ran all the way down the field just to get to the 1 yard line and not score. That's frustrating.
That lesson is going to be learned, though. That ball was out there again, and when he got popped, that's the fumble.
He's mad at himself walking down the sideline. We'll see what the HLV TC Warriors do with 24 seconds left to go here in the first half. They can't take a knee at the 1.
Probably just run the ball and get out of here, I would imagine.
Probably a handoff to Kale. Still going to the same shotgun set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Keegan Gorsh is going to throw the ball. Looking deep to McCullough. Underthrown. McCullough comes back and gets it.
Oh,
he is down at the 15-yard line, and that is the end of the first half.
We don't have the time to call the timeout.
Nope, that was a good effort play by Sean. He came back. That was underthrown.
Yep.
He came back and got that ball.
Yep.
And then I hear Coach Jack over here say nutmeg because he gave him the little half juke, and then ran down to the sideline to the 15. So that probably puts Keegan right around 175.
Yeah, 175.
Yeah,
It's going to be close. Yep.
And our defense has been flying around. So good first half for the Warriors for the 2025 season here, leading 43-0. It looks like it's going to be a 10-minute intermission halftime break. I might run to the restroom real quick. We do not have a halftime guest for this game. We're going to try to get a few at home. Coach Henning talking to the ref real quick. So, yeah, I mean, we'll be back and we'll do a little recap of what we saw in the first half, and we'll go from there. The last update I had from Marengo was 14-14. I'm going to get some text out and try to figure out if any other local scores are at halftime and if they will let me know what's going on.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here while halftime's going on, and we'll be right back with it when the action picks back up. Right.
I didn't know when to stop.
Well, that's just it, is I don't want to jump in.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, if you just speak up, then when you speak up, I know to back off like at that time.
I'm going to let you go do, I ain't fighting these stairs again. I'm sitting up here. You broadcast video on that, then? Is that what you're doing? We're trying to get to that point where we can run a live broadcast with audio and visual at the same time as well.
So we got 3 minutes left. It says it for the half, but when the players come out, they'll probably give another 3 minutes or so. So I got one update from wherever Montezuma is playing. I'm not sure where. But they said they only played for a couple minutes on defense and had lightning. Been raining, so we've been in our cars since 7:05. Only played 6 minutes before a storm hit. So that could be a late night for the Montezuma Braves. Had another update. Calamus Wheatland was ahead of GMG, 35. The final 35-0. So I don't know if that was a last night game or they started early, maybe. I know that was the team that we played last year. I think Calamus Wheatland, wasn't it? That we went back and forth.
Yep.
It was back and forth. We each scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. It seemed like that was when I got a little crazy and I got a little talking to afterwards. So. But so I mean, the first half for the HLV TC Warriors, I know we got a whole new coaching staff. I mean, Eddie went from an assistant to a head. But just seeing what you saw in the first quarter or the first half, well, I mean, what do you see, Zach?
I just see a lot of effort and a lot of desire to want to be on both sides of the ball right now, just to be after the football, whether it be, like you said, play until the whistle. Every offensive lineman has been out here just to the whistle. And defense is the same deal. And like you said, the one penalty that we got early on was the running into the kicker. But same deal, just maximum effort. You know, even though we're up 30 at that point in time, what was it, 36 to nothing or something like that? We're still getting after the ball.
Right. The only thing that I've seen, the only thing that was reminiscent from last year, we had one bad drive, and that ended up costing us, where we had 2 false start penalties in a row, and we got stopped at the 5 on 4th down. But everything seems like everything, but a lot of things have been cleaned up from last year. So that's good to see that, we went through a whole new coaching staff. Coach Smith and his gang was around for 25, 30 years. I mean, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to make that transition, you know. I mean, you don't always see that. So it's nice to see that the kids are wanting to be out here and they're working their butts off and trying to clean up the things that they did wrong last year. And like I said, we went from, four extra guys that played a lot last year. You had Hunter Bazin, Levi Molnix, Devin Weiskopf, and I think there was one more that played quite a bit, whether it was offensive line or defensive line. But only losing 4 guys, so you still have half the squad back and then half the squad coming in fresh.
Right.
I mean, some of those guys got reps. Tristan Perkle got a few reps, I know, last year. Chase Harriman's new to the school this year. He was in Iowa Valley last year. Sawyer Myers, a freshman, he was starting for him. Axon Sandvik seen the field. He's a freshman. Landon Ankrum, I know he played a little bit of running back last year and linebacker when he got subbed in. Now they threw him at D tackle. Briar Jack playing corner. He played a little bit of corner last year, and then he played quarterback on offense. Same thing with Keegan. He didn't play much defense last year. Played mostly just quarterback, and that's it. Rorta kid, he pretty much played both sides of the ball. He was kind of the second option for Keegan last year, behind Levi. And then Sean's kind of started making his presence. And I know Zach Geringer is missing Sean right now because just the effort plays the kid makes, and he plays with a swagger that it's hard to not like the kid. You know what I mean?
Yep, the maximum effort, like you said, the swagger, the confidence, you know.
And then we got K.O. Weiskopf. I mean, everybody knows about him. We talked about him a lot last year.
Yeah, we called his name on lots of plays last year, just in the trenches, every play getting after it.
Gavin Smith, I don't remember him much last year. I mean, there was a Kevin Smith and a Jaden Smith last year. I don't remember Gavin Smith much, but junior. Colin Menacucci's been in a little bit so far tonight as a junior. Easton Crum played a little bit last year as a freshman. Now he's getting a lot more minutes as a sophomore. He's pretty much been on every possession. I just got that from Travis, too. Bojack just gave me the update for Bell playing game. It's 20-20 at half. I don't know who they're playing. I'll have to look that up. But then there's Hunter Bracklesberg, senior. I didn't see him last year, so I don't know if he moved in or maybe since it was the first year mixing together with HLV TC football, he was kind of, maybe he's from Tri-County. I don't know. Caden McDonald, freshman. I haven't seen him yet. Hayden Schaefer, I know he's from Ladora, but this is probably his first year out. I just want to hang out with his buddies and get after it. Maybe maybe get in there a few minutes. Hopefully he gets in there this game. Jace Jawa, sophomore. I'm not sure if he played last year. I know in a junior high he was dealing with a hip issue. So nice to see him back out again. Landon McDonald, I don't know much about. I didn't see him last year. Gage Riffle, he's a big boy. He actually might be one of our biggest boys as a freshman. In the next couple of years, you'll be hearing about him a lot more. That's actually, I think, him and the Crum kid are cousins or something like that, because Justin, his dad, and Jeremy's dad, Jeremy Crum, they both went to Tri-County back in the day. So either they're cousins or just really good friends. The Davion Thompson kid, I remember him last year a little bit. He played a little bit of kickoff and stuff. And Garrett Reed, he pretty much played both sides of the ball last year. So, I mean, you have a lot of kids that got minutes last year, and that's why I think that's why you're seeing success this year.
Right.
I mean?
A lot of kids that got time and got the reps and got a little bit more playing time, and that's what I like to see that we're doing early on in this game already. You know, we've had a lot of freshmen, a couple freshmen in on a lot of plays already. Like you said, Sawyer Meyer's been in there, Sandvik's been in there. Yeah, and I think those are the only two freshmen we've had in, but we've also had in Easton Crum as a sophomore. He's been in on both sides of the ball pretty much all night. So,
got an update from our broadcasting partner, Zach Geringer. Him and Zach Schropp both live in the Waynesburg district. Zach Schropp out of Parnell and Zach Geringer in Waynesburg. Waynesburg leads 8-0 over Keokuk. Not defending state champions. Two champions 2 years ago, Waynesburg was.
First-year head coach Austin Blythe out there in Williamsburg.
Yep. And people probably know him if they know anything about football, or wrestling, in the state of Iowa.
Yep.
Went on to play, I think he won a Super Bowl with the Rams. I think he was on the bench.
I think he was there for that. But, yeah, I think 8 seasons in the NFL, and obviously, he played for Iowa down here for Coach Ferentz.
Played for the Chiefs, played for the Seahawks, played for the Colts. Kind of a journeyman, but back home now. Trying to look here for Belle Plaine, who they're playing tonight. They got beat by Janesville last week. Janesville's a tough team. They're usually ranked in the top 10, 15 every year. Belle Plaine's playing Colo-Nesco tonight, and it's tied 20-20 at half. It looks like we got a Twitter update here from Bojack that first play of the second half, Nolan Kriegel breaks free for a 65-yard score. Conversion is good. Tigers lead 22-14 over Don Bosco. So got everybody updating me. Appreciate it, Bo. So we're getting ready to take the field here. Remember in the first half, Meskwaki did defer after they won the toss. HLV received, so I'm sure Meskwaki will receive the ball here in the second half, and they sure are. It looks like Landon Ankrum might be doing the kicking honors for the HLV TC Warriors this half, this game.
Pace,
yeah, and like I said, I saw that last year with last year's stats. You had Landon Ankrum and Sean McCullough both doing a lot of kickoffs. So maybe Eddie's just going to give Sean the first half, Landon the second half, see who's kicking better throughout game time, because practice and game is different. You have jitters, you have all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So see who's going to kick better. A lot of times when you're playing 8-man football, with it being so wide, well, I mean, just less people and everything,
right.
You just try to get a touchback every time.
Yep.
Just get your defense set up. So I think Sean only had one touchback, but we have been flying down and staying in our lanes and getting good tackles.
Oh, we've got good pressure on every kickoff thus far.
I mean, they have bobbled a few balls and stuff like that, but Landon Ankrum kicks off, and he's going to kick off to – it's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how he picked up in time.
Oh, and he's on the move still.
Briar Jack misses the tackle. Landon Ankrum trying to make the tackle. He does not, but
He's
Boston Rorta takes him down at the 14-yard line. Well, they're going to give him the 15-yard line.
Missed the first tackle, but we turned him sideways after he never gained another yard.
Yep.
Turned him sideways and ran clear across the field.
I don't know how, when he was picking up that ball, he took three white jerseys, drilled him, and he still ran. And that wasn't a big kid.
Yeah, and he's right on the sideline. I don't know how he got on that ball and didn't get out of bounds, but good effort there.
So Meskwaki will take over. 1st and 10 from the 15. So I was talking about we wanted touchbacks, and they're starting where a touchback would be right now. So we got a running clock is going to happen now because we're up 43-0, and we're up by 35. So we're already down to 11 minutes here to go in the third quarter. It looks like we got most of the starters back out there. I'm not sure who's nose guard. I don't know. I can't see that
Can't
number.
see from this distance, yeah.
And they're going to hand off to Emery Roberts, and he's a tank. After he
yeah.
got going, he was
Yeah.
a tank. But 3 or 4 again. You got
Yep.
64 Reed, 5 Weisskopf, and 6 McCullough in there for the tackle. Yep, 25 Sawyer Myers back out there. So I'm glad he wasn't hurt, and he was just giving up reps to somebody else.
Our guys are really winning the front push up there. I mean, they're just dominating, opening up everything for them. All right, so it looks like we're going to have 2nd and 8 here coming up from about the 17-yard line.
Yeah. I couldn't see. I've seen a glare.
Yep.
Sorry about that. We had a glare up here, so I asked if everybody was okay turning the light off, and we can see a lot better now.
We got another fumble. Is that what I just saw? Did I see the ball come out?
I heard Eddie or somebody yell ball over there, but looks like it's still Meskwaki ball.
Yeah, still Meskwaki ball, yep.
It's going to be 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and the long 8.
Yep, from about the 16, 17-yard line out here.
This play's taking a while.
Yep, and that clock just continues to run. We're down to about 9.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter now.
2.5 minutes already gone, and two and a half plays,
Yep.
Play clock's down to 10, 9. They're going to have to call another timeout here.
Yeah, there's no way they're getting this off, and they're going to have to call timeout or take the delay game.
3, 2, 1.
They did get
got
it off.
I don't know how. I don't know if everybody was even set. Steen just running around in circles trying to get something to open. He's like
getting hit by 4 jerseys on the way out.
Oh, that's going to be a late hit.
Yep,
That's going to be a late hit for
I
sure.
like to see the effort, but we can't do that. We
gotta
can't
know
hit out
where
of
you're at.
bounds.
You got to know where you're at. I was going to say Steen was like the kid from the Little Giants. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Just running around in circles. Trying to find something open, and finally ran to the sideline. Took a hit from 2 or 3 guys, and then someone else finished him off when he was out of bounds. And
so now this is how they caught life on their first possession. Now it was going to be 4th and a long situation, and now we just gave them first down on an unnecessary roughness out of bounds. Like I said, we can make these we can make these mistakes now while we're up, but in the closer games, we really got to lock that stuff up.
We have an unsportsmanlike penalty on HLV. Brings up first down and
so you're going to
So we
have
have
first and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Yep, 31-32. We got a fumbled snap.
Steen going to just run around, just throw the ball deep. Just trying to throw it to the receiver. There was a guy right there.
And just barely got it back across the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
but he got it there.
They took an incomplete pass rather than a 15-yard loss.
Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're really winning the front battle. They're about running for their life from the snap of the ball up here.
Yeah, it didn't help that time that they were
Low snap.
low
Yeah.
snap, but even if it was a good snap, we're just getting pressure right away. So good to see for the HLV TC Warriors.
Yeah, well, I hope we can continue that momentum going into next week.
So you got 2nd and 10. They're looking to pass, fake the out route. They're looking to try to do a double move, but number 8, the receiver, wasn't on the same page there.
I don't think they would have had him anyway.
Nope, I don't think so.
think Briar Jack was all over that. It would have maybe been another Odell moment for us.
That's how we started the first drive of the game.
Yep.
We could do the first drive of the second half. So we'll see what Meskwaki Warriors dial up on 3rd and 10 from their own 31.
Looks like we're going to go back to that base 3-5 defense.
They got trips to the right, one guy out to the left for Meskwaki. Guy gets on the line late.
Oh, yeah,
It's going to be
we're
a legal
gonna have-
procedure.
Yep.
He wasn't set, and then he wasn't on the line. They tried to get in the line, and as soon as he was moving to get to the line, he didn't get set for that.
I think they're going to call false start.
That legal procedure. Same thing for they do the traveling motion, whether it's false start or legal procedure for that. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Get the clock running again. Already down to 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. It looks like Gage Riffle. I just mentioned him. He's checked in at DN for the Warriors. I told you he's probably the biggest kid in the game. He gets his hand on the ball, and it gets picked up by Kale Weisskopf. He's going to try to run through Steen, and he does. Down to the 5, jumping around, in for a touchdown.
Great effort there. Great effort.
2 defensive interceptions for Kale Weisskopf for touchdowns. And we do have a flag, so probably going to have to come back. But good effort by Gage Riffle there. Yeah. I mean, I just talked about it.
Just called him the biggest kid out there, and then he
gets his mitts on.
He got his hands up and hit the pass at the line of scrimmage and fell right into our lap for a pick 6. But like Kyle said, we've got a flag on the play, so we're gonna see where we come back to on it.
I told you you'd be hearing about Gage Riffle in the next couple of years. I didn't say the next couple of minutes.
We called that one.
He's just a big boy. I mean, I know his dad pretty well, and I know he gives 100% effort, and I know he coached his son really, really hard about both his kids. He's got Gage and Finn both, and they know what hard work is when they have been coached by.
Where'd the penalty happen?
Must have been spot foul and a 10-yard penalty. Oh, I just saw that L word over there. We'll just pretend like we didn't see it. That usually goes with the Thunder.
Yep. It looked like it was off in the distance.
Yeah, it was way out there. But usually if you see it, then so illegal block in the back on the Warriors, and they'll take over right at midfield, 40-yard line. We got twins to the right, Keegan Gorsh and Kale Weisskopf on the left. First and 10. Kale Weisskopf going to run down the sideline, and he's gone, and he's going to be in for a touchdown anyways.
Yep.
So that effort by Gage Riffle doesn't get unrewarded.
Yeah.
It's still rewarded no matter what. Kale Weisskopf still finishes off with a rushing touchdown for 40. So he's probably up to
He's well over 100. He had one rush from earlier for 50 and that one from 40. So
he's probably at 150 rushing yards, and then we got 175-ish passing yards for Keegan Gorsh. So we're able to do a little bit of both, and exactly what Coach Henning told me he was going to do, and the message that he sent me.
Yeah, he said he was going to air it out early and then show a little zone run scheme, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Mm-hmm. First miss, looks like it went off the upright for Briar Jack. It looks like it was a kind of they're going to get a running and a kicker or something, though. They got a flag down right at the where the holder was at, Sean McCullough.
HLV extra point is no good, but we do have a flag on the play.
They're going to line up and go for the 2 now, a little bit closer.
No, they'll probably kick it again. Well, did they take Briar? Yeah, they took Briar out, so you might be right.
Yep, looks like they're going to line up and go for the 2 now.
It was running a kicker, so HLV TC gets another chance, and like he said, they're going to bring out the T formation with Keegan Gorsh at quarterback, Kale Weiss up to the left, and Tristan Burkle to the right. Keegan Gorsh is going to keep it, trying to find running room, and there's nothing there. It's going to be the first conversion that was unsuccessful for the Warriors, whether it was 2 points or an extra point kicked.
2-point conversion is no good.
Yeah, and that accelerated clock, wow, half this quarter's gone already, third quarter. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Hardin Brothers Propane. Has all the propane you need for residential grain drying needs. Adam and the gang at Hardin Brothers Propane wish the Warriors the best of luck this season. I'm struggling here.
A little tongue twisted.
Also some other sponsors here. Tim Electric takes the sticker shock out of electrifying service. Contact Tim Electric for the next time you need a repair, retrofit, or new install. I can't wait until Zach Gehringer's back to be reading these.
And calls out the sponsors.
And he doesn't forget them. I forgot them a lot during basketball season. I'm sorry for them. It's just when you get in the heat of the moment in basketball, it's just nonstop play after play after play after play. You only get 5 timeouts each team for the whole game. Then you get quarter break. You get 3 quarter breaks pretty much.
Right, a little more downtime on the football game.
Right. Touchdowns, at least you can call out 1 or 2 sponsors here and there. And, we couldn't do it without them, so we truly appreciate them. It's just it sometimes gets away from you. Landon Ankrum going to kick off again for the HLV TC Warriors. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. 49-0 HLV TC Warriors lead. Meskwaki catches it clean this time. He's looking to, I thought he was going to break out back to the left. Landon Ankrum playing the safety at kickoff, and he tackled him at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he gained about 14 on the run back there.
It was right around the 15 is when he picked it up, so yeah. So Meskwaki will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. The clock is running already, so 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Got number 24. No, I just shut the light off. I can't see everything. 24, Chase Harriman playing linebacker. Number 20, Axton Sandvik playing, 24, Harriman was playing cornerback. Axton Sandvik playing linebacker. You got number 38 playing linebacker, Caden McDonald, another freshman checking in. Gage Riffle on the left end this time instead of the right end. So it looks like Coach Henning and
staff trying to get everybody a little playing time out there.
He was doing a play clock reset, the ref was.
Mm-hmm. Took it back up to 25. False start.
Took off early on the left side. Yep. So you got Gage Riffle at the DN, Easton Crum at the other DN. Looks like the Bracklesburg kid playing D tackle 36. And then you got 38, Caden McDonald, Axton Sandvik, Kale Weisskopf, Chase Harriman, and I don't know if that's Rorda still out there on the other. Yep, it's still Rorda over there in the other corner.
Boy, your eyes are a lot better than mine. I don't know how you can see that far in the dark down there.
Well, I'm just kind of seeing by the way that are standing and stuff, like the few guys that we already seen. Like Kale, I mean, he stands out just by his posture. Steen running away from pressure, gets away from Gage Riffle, cuts back, and gets that ball loose. He's got a lot of
open ground.
Number 20, Axton Sandvik doesn't give up on the play and takes him down at the other 22-yard line. So it'll be at the HLV TC 22. Good play by Steen. He was running left, made Gage Riffle miss, and then he was gone for 40.
Cut it all the way back to the right sideline.
But then again, the effort right there, like you said, every night or every play so far. Axton Sandvik was clear on the other side of the field, ran all the way across to make the tackle, never gave up.
Yep.
And that could come back to keep the.
Oh, that definitely saved him. I mean, he had a
the
lot of
shutout
greed
top.
in front of him.
Right.
Took a great angle and was able to make that run down.
So Steen in the backfield alone again, with trips to the right, one guy to the left, split out wide. Kale Weisskopf come on a straight blitz, and Steen is running for. And Kale Weisskopf knocks the ball loose. He's going to call it an incomplete pass.
He did a forward motion, yeah.
That might have been the Tom Brady Tuck rule.
Yeah. I don't know how much forward motion there was, but yeah. The ball did come forward about 3 or 4 yards on the ground. So.
Yeah. Coach Henning wanted that fumble, and he's just yelling, let's do it again, let's do it again.
I like to see that kind of intensity from the coach. Even when we're up 49 points, the coach is on the sideline still telling them to get after it. Fumble again.
Fumble, 36, Garrett Reed Bracklesburg all over that in the sack. That ball rolled all the way across the ground, and I think he was diving for the ball, and then happened to
ended up get the ankle, yeah.
Got the ankle. So now it's going to be 3rd and 18-ish. I got 3rd and 18. From the HLV TC 28-yard line. So that's going back to the Axton Sandvik hustle play down here. If he doesn't make that tackle,
they're already in,
and we don't get to have a couple of sacks here. So Meskwaki's going to take a timeout with 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. And then I just got another update from the Iowa Valley game. Iowa Valley leads 29-20 over Don Bosco.
Got a quarter or anything on that, or just a score update?
Just getting the score updates. That one was from Zach, our broadcasting partner. What do you got? 36-20. Now I got another update from Iowa Valley real quick. 36-20. Iowa Valley takes a 16-point lead.
They came out strong after the halftime break.
They got a talking to. What did we say? It was 14-14 at half, and then They got 22-14, and probably 22-20, and now they're just keep pounding away. That's a good test for the Iowa Valley Tigers, our neighbors. Nice to see what they're doing. I mean, you lost a couple good pieces from last year. Caleb Hawk ended up being a D1 ball player. He's going to Northern Illinois. But they brought a bunch of talent back. Brought back Nolan Kriegel. Looks like a third quarter, our partner says, Zach. Steen going to drop back to pass, steps up in the pocket, gets the ball out to wide to the left, put the ball right on the money, and the kid just dropped it.
Yep. Well, he had a probably 4 or 5 yards pickup, and then he had a bunch of green in front of him if he could have turned upfield. But
that was one of those cases of taking out running before you see the ball all the way in.
Yeah, had so much green in front of him, he wanted to get moving, yep.
And that's just lack of reps again. Number 8, he's a junior. Steen's a junior. So, I mean, who knows who were the 4 that showed up to the first practice, you know. I mean, that could have been one of the kids that they went out and said, hey, we really want you to play football so we can have a season. So we're going to go 4th and 16 here for the Meskwaki Warriors. Steen in the backfield alone. Twins to the right, twins to the left. He's going to run it up the middle. Kale Weiscup breaks down, and he makes the tackle alone.
Yep.
That time he was not going to overrun it. He broke down and just drove right through him.
He wasn't fooled at all. He was all over that from the jump.
I mean, the last time they had a 4th down or 3rd and long, whatever it was, the last drive, same thing. They ran a little quarterback draw.
Yep, spread them out, quarterback draw, and they went with the same thing. Like you said, duels on the left, duels on the right, spread them out, and Kale wasn't fooled at all.
So HLV TC Warriors take over on downs at their own 31-yard line here. Minute 22 to go in the third quarter, leading 49-0.
Just been a great start. It's been great to see the effort continued here in the third quarter. You know, they haven't let off at all.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're just like we've been talking all night. Effort, and they just keep showing it right here.
And like
we are subbing in here. It looks like.
Like we just said, the coach on the sideline, we're up 49-0. And he's still out there with the intensity. You'd love to see that because you know that's what drives wins.
Look, we got a sub all the way around in the backfield. Briar Jack came in at quarterback and took a carry for 5. Landon Ingram's in the backfield with him.
And Briar Jack played a little bit of quarterback for us last year, you know, when
Keegan went down.
When Keegan was out, yep.
So
and then situationally also through the year.
We got a lot of subs in here. Number 40, Hayden Schaefer's in the offensive line. Number 20, Axon Sandvik, and I can't see who else here on the left, but Briar Jack in the backfield with Ankrum. Handoff to Ankrum. High snap.
Second high snap in a row.
Ankram's able to make something happen. Big gain for about 15, 20 yards here.
That's going to be to the opposite, about 32.
So we got Hayden Schaefer, number 40. Jace Jollis, number 41. Landon Ankrum. Boston Rorda, I think, is the only starter still on the field. They're going to call that the end of the third quarter. HLV TC leads 49-0. HLV TC, nobody knows it's the quarter break yet. Number 24 was out there. Chase Harriman playing wide receiver. 36, Bracklesburg getting his first offensive snap. So Coach Eddie Henning puts a whole new lineup in, with the exception of Rorda. So that's the end of the third with the HLV TC Warriors leading 49-0. We got some more sponsors here. Cooperative Telephone Company is a sponsor of our students and in and out of the classroom. Best of luck to the Warriors. Hardwick Ag is your authorized dealer for MacDon products and more. They also repair all implement makes and models. See Hardwick Ag for your next implement repair or purchase. Keyser Brothers Seed is your local decal and Asgrow hybrid dealer. Keyser Brothers Seed supports all of our HLE students and athletes. Stoll Construction is a big fan of the HLE Warriors and proud supporter of this broadcast. Best of luck on the season. Tim Electric takes a sticker shock at electrifying service. Contact Tim Electric the next time you need a repair, retrofit, or new install. Hardin Brothers Propane has all the propane you need for your residential grain drying needs. Adam and the gang at Hardin Brothers Propane wish the Warriors the best of luck this season. WH Construction and Victor is building new communities one brick at a time. Whether you're building, remodeling, or in the need of repairs, WH Construction can handle your small or large projects. Also, big thanks to Zach Schropp, and then next week, Zach Gallagher. See you guys. Thanks to A.D. Bojack, who's just taken off from the booth up here, and Principal Mark Tegler and Superintendent Brad Hohensee there at HLV. Going live here, Briar Jack with another high snap, looking to throw the ball, going deep down the middle.
He lets
Number
it
20,
loose.
Axon Sandvik for a touchdown.
What a cannon. He turned that one loose.
And there's a flag on the play by the Warriors. It looks like maybe a legal man downfield. Because I see Hayden Schaefer walking back, and he was 10, 15 yards downfield.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
He was just doing the Mike Orr. He was driving his guy over the fence. But that was a beautiful ball by
Yeah, he
Briar
uncorked
Jack,
that one. He let it go.
Perfect seam route by Axon Sandvik, a freshman. I always thought Axon Sandvik was going to be a lineman back in the day. He's really thinned out and gotten taller. So nullify the touchdown. It'll be 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the Meskwaki 38.
Watch his snap here. Briar Jack's done a good job in the last 3, but all 3 have been high. He's had to go up and get them. See if we can get that back down.
That was a better one.
Yep.
That's going to be hand out to Landon Ankrum. He's going to look to run to the right, and he's going to get 8 yards, 9 yards back. So it'll be 2nd and 9, 8. No, I guess 2nd and 7. Sorry. 2nd and 7 for the Warriors with Briar Jack at the quarterback.
About the 27, 28.
We'll give them the 28. 11 and a half to go here in the game. HLV TC Warriors still lead 49-0.
And the clock's been running nonstop the whole second half, because we had that lead the whole second half. So
Briar Jack hands off to Landon Ankrum on the exact same play. Throws a shoulder into the kid, throws another shoulder into the next kid, and gets down to the 21. That's going to be a first down. Maybe. Yep.
There it is again, back to the effort. Like you said, threw a shoulder into the first tackle, broke the first tackle, went out and got the first down.
So HLV TC, 1st and 10 from the 22 of the Meskwaki Warriors. Twins out to the left, Harriman and Sandvik. Briar Jack in the backfield with Landon Ankrum. Rolled out to the right. Running the same play the other way to Ankrum. And number 2 for the Meskwaki Warriors was all over that. Kenley Ryan.
Yep, they'd seen that enough times in a row. They weren't fooled by it anymore. Just switched to the side they were running it to. And
so that was a 5-yard loss there. 4-yard loss. So 2nd and 14 for the HLV TC Warriors. Same formation here. Oh, Sandvik doesn't know exactly what's going on. He's putting the slot in the left with Harriman out wide to the left. Ankrum moves back to the right. Going to block. Briar Jack running for cover. Gets over to Axon Sandvik on an out route. He's going to run down the sideline. And he's going to step out at 1 yard short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Yep. 3rd and 1 from about the 16 or 17-yard line.
Yeah.
It's wide open, he just...
Meskwaki got pressure right away, and Briar Jack got out of the pocket and just found the guy. They always say to the receivers, if your quarterback's in trouble, always make your way back to him, and he just sat down in the soft spot, and he was there for him.
Yep. Soft spot of the zone, found his check down man, hit him, and made good positive yardage out of it.
So you got Briar Jack quarterback, Landon Ankrum on the right of him, Twins to the right with Rorta and Sandvik again. They're looking to pass the ball.
Low snap.
Ankrum picks up the blocker. Same play to the other way on the out route to Sandvik. He's making a good effort. Gets down to the 5.
He's been featured heavily on this drive.
He had a touchdown taken away. He wants to get it back.
Yep. Can you blame him, though?
Yeah. Freshman, first the action. So 1st and goal from the 5 for the HLV TC Warriors.
You'd love to see the freshman getting that many reps out there.
I mean, he's been getting reps on both sides of the ball. Even in the first half, he was getting some defensive snaps. So Chase Harriman going to be tight on the line this time as a left tight end. 31 checking in for the first time offensively. Colin Menacucci. Landon Ankrum going to run in for a touchdown. HLV TC Warrior touchdown with 8:22 to go here in the game. That's going to make it 55-0. And see what Coach Henning is going to elect to do. He's going to let Briar Jack kick the extra point, it looks like, because I see Sean with a block in his hand.
Yeah, really, really, really proud of the effort these kids have put in the first week of this season here. They've just dominated the ball on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Defense has been phenomenal. Just swarming the ball carrier on every play.
Not a lot of mental mistakes. We had that one drive where we went backwards twice. That's a extra point that's no good for the Warriors.
Oh, it was good. They called it.
Good?
Yeah, it was low. It just barely got over the bar.
I saw it go just take off to the right.
Yeah.
They're saying that's good. It wasn't a very good snap, and Sean McCall was able to hold it, get it down for Breyer.
Yeah, I mean, that couldn't have been over the bar more than 4 or 5 inches barely. It just snuck over. If it would have rotated wrong, it would have doinked.
So, first game for Coach Henning, he can't be any more proud. I'm getting those jitters out of the way. 56-0, like you've been saying all night long. The effort's been there all night long.
And I mean, you can see him on the sideline now, still just riling them up. You know,
Coaching
I mean,
them up.
yeah.
I mean, you got your second or maybe third string in. I mean, you're still trying to get the best out of those kids because, like we said earlier, if somebody goes down, at least if it's next man up, he already has the confidence, he already has comfortability, and the reps in.
Yep, we know football is a next man up sport. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the nature of the game. Injuries are going to happen, so get these reps in whenever we can is definitely ideal.
There's a stoppage in play here. The coach is talking to the ref. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Let's say, are we struggling to... They've only got 7 men on the field right now.
8th guy putting a helmet on,
there
running
he
on.
Is. Yep, here he comes. Okay.
So kicking for the Warriors now. Looks like it's Breyer Jack. You got number 31, Colin Menikuchi. 38, Hunter Bracklesberg. Oh, is that 38? 38, Caden McDonald. Sorry. Number 30, Gavin Smith. Number 40, Hayden Schaefer. 41, Jace Jollis. And 2 more guys over there that I can't see. 20.
Hey, there's a boot. That's going to be a touchback. All the way to the end zone in the air almost. Fell just short.
Axel Sandvik was out there, and Landon McDonald was out there as well. And Breyer Jack kicked the ball for a touchback. 2 hop? 1 hop?
Yeah, 2 hop, yeah.
So you're going to have another new defense in here for the Warriors. Gage Riffle checking back in at the end.
Hey, you can see him from a mile away compared to anybody else out there. Like you said, he's our big boy out there.
He's the biggest boy, and he's the youngest boy. I mean, he's a freshman, you know?
Yep.
Then you got number 30, Gavin Smith playing nose guard. Number 40, Hayden Schaefer playing DN. You got Axel Sandvik coming in at linebacker. 38, Caden McDonald, or Landon McDonald. No, that is Caden McDonald. They're going deep over Caden McDonald's head. Another effort play by the Warriors. HLV TC Warriors. Colin Menikuchi does not let number 8 get away. Number 8 made a good catch, got over Caden McDonald's head.
Came up, no good. We don't like to see that. We just talked about football being an injury sport.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Yeah, From where he's grabbing it, looks like hopefully that's all it is, yeah.
I mean, he didn't even know he was hurt until he got back up and he tried to walk, so hopefully that's all it is. Devin Hagg with the catch, and then he went down after he tried to make 2 guys miss. Gonna check in on some updates here. Hopefully we got 7 from Marengo here. It was fast and furious there for a little while with the updates from Marengo, and now as it kind of fizzled out. Like you said, and you'd never want to see anybody get hurt, especially in a blowout like it is now. I mean, and especially the first game of the year. I mean, they only had 14 kids, I think you said when you counted.
Yep, 14.
They're probably 15 because I didn't see the Emory Roberts kid on the roster when I added them in. So 15 kids, you get down to 14. I think your minimum players you have to have is 12. He's walking off
Good.
fine, so
Yep.
hopefully he's just.
I think it was just a cramp, like you said, from where he was holding the injury, and I think they got in and stretched him out a little bit. And
So I just got a quick update from Iowa Valley, 49-27.
wow, they opened that one
Iowa
up.
Valley leads. Third quarter's almost over. Back to here. Steen is looking to roll out to the right. Gets away, trying to point out blocks. Gets out to the left. He's going to run in for a touchdown.
Hey.
Good for the Meskwaki Warriors.
Yep.
I mean, with the effort that they've shown, they've had 2 or 3 good drives. They haven't been able to pay them off. Nice to see them to get one.
Yeah, again, great effort by Steve. Yeah.
Also an update here from Belle Plaine. Belle Plaine Colonesco, 28-28 now. 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
And we're sitting here. What do we got? 7:49 left in the fourth here. We're going to see what Meskwaki's looking to do. Are they looking to kick extra point, or they're going to line up for 2? Yep, going to line up for 2.
They got twins to the right. Pistol set. One running back behind the quarterback and the guy out wide to the left. They're going to look to roll out right. Steen is going to throw the ball a little low. Just a little low. Incomplete. He was there. He was just on the run, rolling out to the right. So
Hard throw.
Yep.
Throw. He was moving.
Williamsburg opened it up before half, 24-0 on Keokuk. So that's probably 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions. Like you said, Austin Blythe getting his feet wet as the new head coach over there. Kurt Ritchie moved on to
Cornell College,
Cornell College of Mount Vernon.
I saw a quote the other day where they were going to focus on offense down there this year.
Yeah, I heard that. He's going to let the defense coordinator still run his show, and he's going to focus on the offense. And then I saw one of the players in an interview said, we want to be conference champs this year. So hope for the best for Kurt Ritchie, a local guy from Williamsburg. So 49-27, end of the third. Iowa Valley leads by 22 over Don Bosco. And if you know 8-man football, or if you know football around the state of Iowa, you know Don Bosco is a perennial powerhouse. They're always making the state, or at least making it deep in the playoffs.
Deep in the playoffs, yeah, if not to the championship game.
Right. I mean, they've been a thorn in HLV TC, well, HLV side way long ago. I think they were a thorn in TC's side when they were alone. I remember seeing something on Sports Center about it. They scored over 100 on Tri-County. I was just like, dude, why do you got to be like that? Why you got to do that? 24, Chase Harriman going to try to take this kick return back for the Warriors. He breaks
he's made a
tackles,
great move.
Breaks 2 tackles. It gets a spin move, and he's trying to get through it. But he's going to get
that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah.
They're going to give it. He
got away with a German suplex.
German suplex. Maybe not like Chad Gable, but it was pretty good.
It was a pretty good one, yeah. Glad to see everybody pop back up from that.
HLV TC will take over on their own 38-yard line here with 7 minutes to go, leading 56-6. Or I should say El Grande Americano. I don't even know which one is who he is anymore. So it looks like we still got the same lineup we had in last time. Whoa, 31's a little off there. That's Colin Menikuchi. Now he's getting back to the line. Checking with the line judge here. Looks like the same lineup we had last time. We've definitely not set there. 38 was not. He's new in. McDonald. We handed off to Ankrum. He went down right away.
Yeah, definitely a lot of movement when the snap was happening.
Yeah. You got Colin Menikuchi. Excuse me. Caden McDonald. Chase Harriman. Briar Jack. Jace Jawas playing center. Bracklesburg playing right guard. Schaefer playing left guard. Ankrum getting switched around with Briar. Briar's going to look to throw. Nothing open. Steps up in the pocket. Steps it through. Chase Harriman bobbles it. Catches it. He run on the sideline, looking to cut back
Cut
to the
back.
left. He gets away. Oh, good tackle by number 8.
Yep.
Number 8's made a couple of good big plays. He had the reception on their scoring drive, came up limp, and then he made a good tackle on Harriman there.
I'll tell you what, 14 Briar Jack, when he fires that pigskin, he really fires it, doesn't he?
He's throwing bullets. So he'll probably, because he's only a junior, right? So next year he'll probably start step in a starting role as a quarterback.
Yeah,
so.
After the hike, he had 2 people in his face, one coming off the left side, one coming off the right side, and he stepped up right through the pressure and put the ball on the money.
So we got Harriman. He was on the left side last time. Came clear across the field to the right. Briar Jack. Oh,
Yep,
we
they're gonna have
definitely
false
went
start.
early.
Yep.
So that's the thing with I'm coaching my son's flag football team. We're first and second grade, and it's like herding cats. I mean, you guys, everybody could probably understand. And I was trying to teach my son Grayson. He was playing the outside receiver, and the same thing like Caden McDonald and Coleman Nakuchi there. Sometimes you're not going to be able to hear the snap. You got to just look down at the ball, and when you see the ball snap, that's when you go as a receiver.
Yep.
You don't have to get off the ball right away as a receiver. I mean, it makes it easier, but they're giving you so much space. You go ahead and get out when the ball snaps. Briar Jack steps away again to the left.
He's going to run with it this time.
He's going to run. He's going to put a shoulder down. Oh, that kid went lower than him.
Yep.
If he would have done a little hurdle, he'd have jumped right over him. Nothing like Saquon Barkley going backwards hurdle.
Yeah, the Meskwaki Warrior player just got his shoulders down lower, got lower to the ground, and made a great tackle.
So the scoreboard has 4th and 4. They got 2nd and 4 over there. I'm going to go with what the officials have here with 2nd and 4. HLV TC breaks the huddle here. Same set. Briar Jack and Ankrum in the backfield. Harriman out wide to the left by himself. Oh, ran a curl route to Harriman and threw it just a little high.
Yep, that one was a little high, and it had the mustard on it again. So
if he would have completed that, all he had to do was make one guy miss, and he was walking in for it'd been a 20-yard touchdown.
Yep. Down to the last 4 minutes of play here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and 4 from the 20. No, I guess it's from the 15. Hand off to Ankrum, who's trying to get out to the wide to the right. He does. He puts his shoulder down, and he gets down to the 3-yard line. So
Great effort again. I don't know how he got out of the backfield. I mean, he was hitting the backfield and busted it out to the right side and got a positive gain of 16?
Yeah, we're at the 15, so probably 12.
Yep.
I always think we're at the 20, especially from this angle. You don't got a very good angle on where you're at. So we got 1st and goal from the 3-4 yard line here. We're going to go to our tight T set. Axon Sandvik and Landon Ankrum in the backfield with Briar Jack. Briar Jack going to just run out wide to the left. Ankrum gets a block out on the left side, and Jack walks in.
Yep.
So you've been hearing me say stuff about Bo Jack, giving me updates. That's his boy there, Briar. And also the AD over there in Victor.
He's played a great game today. He's got a bunch of highlights, a great interception. That was it made me jump out of my seat here early on in the 1st quarter.
For first drive of the year, you're making an Odell-type catch. I'm sure that'll be, when they watch film, he'll be taking a video of that and putting it all over TikTok or whatever them kids do now.
I know I would be if I would have made that catch.
Briar Jack is the one holding this time, and Sean McCullough was kicking, and it was no good. So it's 62-6 here at the Meskwaki Settlement School. HLV TC Warriors lead over the Meskwaki Warriors. So we got 3 minutes to go. This will probably be one of the last drives. HLV TC might get one more drive of offense, but I'm sure that if they do, it'll be the 3rd string going in.
Yep. Like I said, we've talked about effort a lot tonight, but I mean, you can't be displeased with anything we've seen from the HLV TC Warriors tonight. They've played great on both sides of the ball. Lots of effort all the way around. I've just been so impressed with the team tackling on the defensive side. Offensive, we still made a few errors. We've had a couple late penalties, a couple false starts, some things, some holdings we need to clean up. But other than that, the game has been a phenomenally played game for the HLV TC Warriors.
And you expect that your first game out. You expect to have some mental mistakes and stuff like that. If you can sharpen them up. I mean, EV, who we play next week, we'll be playing them technically a home game, but we're going to be at Tri-County. It'll be a short drive for EV. They're only just going from North English to Thornburg. So it'll be a good show. They won 56-28 last week, so they got their offense going. We obviously got our offense going. So who's going to get stops in that game? I think.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if they keep this intensity, we're going to get stops in that game.
Right, and we'd like to avenge a loss from last year against them. We had a chance to win that ball game, and we came up short. Made the big thing was we made a lot of mental mistakes.
Yep.
So
a lot of late mistakes in that game.
Yeah.
A lot of fourth quarter mistakes in that game.
Yeah. So this time we don't have to sit in the middle of all the EV.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the EV crowd.
We were stuck like sardines in the middle of the EV crowd. I think it was their homecoming or something, or kid night. I think they had little kid cheers. So Meskwaki returned the ball out to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line here.
And the clock continues to roll, so we're down to 2:18 left.
So this is probably going to be the last drive. They are probably going to have to burn a timeout.
9 men on the field. They're running off.
Well, they ran off a lineman for a position player. Steen's going to look to throw over the middle. Ooh. You can't. I mean, that was just.
Yeah, there's a bang, bang, bang. It was a hit over the middle on a drop pass, but I mean, it was so bang, bang. There's nothing wrong with that hit.
Yeah, but he thought the kid caught it. I mean, Axel Sandbeck made a good hit.
Yep.
I think we're still sitting here the same. You got Hayden Schaefer, Gage Riffle, Jace Jawas playing the defensive line. You got Landon Ankrum, Axel Sandbeck, Caden McDonald playing linebacker. Then you got Colin Menacucci and I can't see the other. Something 3 over there. Probably Landon McDonald, 43. Yep.
I'm no help. You get the clear open window. I'm still trying to look through a double pane window. That's not helping me out at all.
Clean. We need to bring Windex next time.
Yeah.
Steen looking to get out wide to the left, breaks up one tackle, and then Landon Ankrum had him, or no, 38 Cade McDonald.
Oh
had
my
him,
goodness!
He was able to make a.
He's going to
all the
reverse
way to the
field.
right. He's going to run for about 200 yards in this one play, and he's going to run for a touchdown.
Yep.
Steen is. Really good effort. I thought he was down back at the 20-yard line back here. There is a flag on the play. So.
Ooh, where's it at? I didn't see.
Back at the 23. They're probably going to be a
hold or a hit in the back. Yeah.
Because when you reverse this field like that. Blindside block.
Back, yep.
Yeah, blindside block. I mean, it's so hard for a kid. You tell the kid to go to the whistle, go to the whistle, go to the whistle, and then the kid's running after your quarterback or your running back or whoever it is, and you're trying to make an effort play, and you can't be mad at that as a coach. I mean, sometimes you got to know, hey, just stand there and just take the hit.
Yeah, I mean, you see guys at the NFL caliber level still make that mistake. Like you said, you're not going to let somebody just get after your quarterback, your running back for free. You're going to be out there making sure that doesn't happen.
Right. So instead of being a touchdown for the Meskwaki Warriors on that great effort play by Steen, it's going to be 2nd and 20 for the Meskwaki Warriors with 55 seconds to go. So timeout, Meskwaki here. So 62-6, HLV TC Warriors lead, 50 seconds to go. So before we get out of here, let's just during this timeout here, we'll just do final takes on the game here tonight, Zach.
Well, I mean, final take. I'm super impressed with the defensive effort. I'm super impressed with Coach Henning. Like I said, he's still over there. There's 51 seconds left in the game at 62-6, and he's still over there coaching the team up on a timeout. That's just it drives effort. It drives mentality. Like a culture.
Changing the culture.
Yep.
So. With that being said, I mean, that's all we really talked about tonight with HLV TC Warriors, just effort. And if we can see that even in games where we're considered the underdog, or like when we're playing Iowa Valley, when we're considered the underdog by, say, 20 points or 30 points, whatever they're going to put the line at, if we show that effort, you never know what's going to happen. You could pull off an upset just be having that effort each and every play.
Absolutely.
But you got to have it each and every play. You can't get down by 10 and then have your effort go away. You still got to keep it. So, Steen's going to drop back to pass, looking to throw deep. Stays behind the line of scrimmage, and he's looking to scramble.
How is he on his feet still?
Gage Riffle and Landon Ankrum get the sack. That might be the last play of the game. It's depending on how fast Meskwaki gets back to the line, because now it's 3rd and forever, 3rd and 35.
Yep. So 10 seconds less on the play clock than the game clock, so that very well could be the last play.
We'll see what they want to do. Steen will probably want to get one more play off just because he's had a heck of an effort all night, so he might as well continue it for at least one more play, right? He's got a extended weekend this weekend to get a break. We got Labor Day weekend, and Monday, none of the kids should have school. Trips to the right, 6 seconds to go. Steen's going to get the play off. He's going to look to throw deep. Oh, 31.
Menacucci right through his
Menacucci
hands.
almost had an interception to end the game, but that is how the game will end with an incomplete pass. HLV TC Warriors, first game of the 2025, winning 62-6 over the Meskwaki Warriors. First win for the coach Ed Henning and his staff, Zach Sampson and Cody Fromm. This is Kyle Shaw and Zach Schrapp, and we're going to sign off for the night. We will see you next Friday down at down at Tri-County against EV for our home game. Thank you for everybody that puts us on. Danny Davis, Sportscast Media, also AD Bojack, Principal Mark Tegler, and Superintendent Brad Owensy. Thank you.
Thanks for everybody for listening. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.